All right, welcome to another session of Swords from the Multiverse, Dungeons and Dragons. It has to have 3 or 4 names, as you can tell by the absolutely oh no music. The Seth music is playing Sephiroth music. So we last left off with our characters shattering what little restraints and illusions a unknown BB&G had with his therapist he was working on. Basically all the progress he made was shattered, learning that this therapist was a part of the Union, and now he is no longer in reasonable terms. He is taken on the group of NPCs as you guys were traversing Mirror World and the Maze World, and now you are in combat with Orzerek. Because it would be ridiculous for me to run an encounter of you, a legit encounter against you guys against Orzerek, because you would just lose, and that's shitty. We are in a challenge.
Skill challenge?
Skill challenge. Holy shit. We're still in initiative number 2. Okay, Hunter. All right, Hunter. You know what? I feel like I want to re-roll that one. I'm going to re-roll that one. You know, Yikes. That's a freebie to you guys, because that is painful to see that. That makes it feel... See, I feel so guilty that, like, I'm gunning for you, that I'm now going to take it easy on you. I'm okay with that this one time. Okay, initiative 3. All right?
Not so
bad.
Oh, my God.
Is that... You're not even on there yet, Joe. I don't see any of your...
I know. I rolled them. I didn't put them in.
Oh, okay.
And that is...
That's your worst. Okay. Well, Faith was a solid 2 on the last one, and that feels bad, man.
Fine.
All right. So there's going to be a lot of narrative, combat, and skill challenges going on during this encounter.
Hey.
So, let's start.
Not last.
Not last.
Let's go. So let's go.
Okay. So, top of the order, you hear Orzerek.
I tried to be reasonable. I just want things to make sense. We're gonna start fresh, and I will find freedom.
Orzerek, immediately as the firewalls explode around this area, remember there was a straight line for you guys to get to his castle that was opened up toward the group prior. That is now, you guys are completely encircled in flames and fire. The 3 Valkyries immediately engage with Orzerek, but you can clearly tell that where's her name? The Angel Valkyrie had a G, didn't it?
Hergen.
No, Hergen, thank you. Hergen is lacking her armor, sword, and everything, and is quite weaker than her sisters, but is still flying in with her beautiful, majestic, angelic feathers. Iki's at the bottom. As the 3 go in there, you see Iki slam his staff into the ground, and you hear him go, "Oh shit! Everybody get back!" As Orzerek leans back, and in his hand, you can see this, like, red mist start appearing. All the other characters start trying to help. Millie starts to cast a spell. So does Jaden. Sly is trying to take out some sort of device. The old man, Gideon. Yes, he's there as he's still... You turn to see him by the firewall, lighting up his marijuana blunt
his
that
joint.
he rolled. His joint,
dude.
for some levity in this situation. Taru seems completely just lost at the moment, looking back and forth. Brine rushes up with Iki at the bottom, and she is immediately going up to try and punch at this individual, because fists, let's go. Yawamir, as well, is trying to lead Taru away and take sense of the situation. And as it finally forms, it's almost like a spear in Ozerik's hand. And as he throws it, it explodes on impact on Terra. It shatters her armor. And immediately an explosion goes out. I need everybody to give me dexterity saving throws as a fire wave just explodes outwards with everybody. All the characters begin trying to dodge out of the way of this initial attack from an Orzerek.
13.
13, okay.
It's a good time to roll a 2. That's a 9.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
Total 20.
Save.
15.
Save. And what was the 13? Okay, save.
That's
So you are saving off the environment, not directly his attack. This is the aftershock of his attack. So
big damage.
everybody, the aftershock of the attack is 20 fire damage to everybody who fails. The
Oh,
save,
I'm gonna absorb element stat.
you
'Cause I'm
better
gonna fucking die.
half as much on a save.
Hey.
Shit!
As it goes through, it actually goes through his firewall and just starts decimating, flattening, and immediately incinerating buildings for, maybe 3 or 4 blocks. It just carries down as the first attack goes through. What's the smiling? You talking shit in the chat? What's happening in your
No.
private chat?
No.
My absorb elements.
What?
And you did 20 damage?
Yeah.
One more health than I needed, baby.
What does
nice.
that mean?
I'm at 1 HP.
Already?
He rolled a
Already?
He's a wizard.
Wizard.
Oh,
Wizards
he
are
has to
squishy.
have more than 20 HP.
No.
We are.
I didn't drink that much.
Wait, we had a long rest before we started.
You did. You did.
Oh, well then never mind.
Thank you. Yeah, I stated that. That's why I was like,
Just for clarity, everyone, we did have a long rest
We
before
did.
this
that's
started.
why I was in disbelief when I made this encounter. There's no fucking way that
But
20.
I'm still smiling because I rolled a natural 1
Oh,
to negate that damage. Ooh, yeah.
that's
You ready
not-
for a new party, Reed?
Yeah.
I am.
This is very real. This is too real. All right. As the armor shatters, you see it begin to start regenerating around her as Terra hits the ground. And Hergen is like trying to get around the back, but all of her feathers have just erupted into flames. Iki's robes have exploded and they're gone now. And you just have like the
Naked?
No, thankfully not. Iki's not naked, but he is.
Oink,
Well, I would say it would be like super cleric like garbs, but the very modest ones, close to loincloth, but he has a little bit of a shirt on of like what would be for like Star of Halal on his chest. As he goes down to a knee, an ice circle goes out, and you can see each of the Valkyries sort of like regain a little bit of their vitality from that range, and then you can hear. And purposely, the voice is different now from Orzerek.
Sound like what does it sound like?
It sounds like this. Is the voice changer working?
Does it sound like a
Yeah.
fucking dragon god?
Yes, thank you. Good. You
Yeah,
recognize it.
sick.
Excellent.
They don't have voice recordings in the history books, but I know what that is.
Jeez. That's a good memory.
I'm here. Pathetic if this is the power of Halal. No wonders why she couldn't seal the deal from the last collapse. Finish the job.
You see Terra being like, "Okay, Ikiki, anytime." As he begins to try and charge up a spell, what does the party want to do, starting with Matthias? As you guys are just took this explosion, fights are going on, Brine dodged out of it and then used her evasion, so she took no damage, and she's still punching up at it, trying to do her best. What do you guys want to do? You're in a battlefield right now.
This is a very ashen plain. There is probably no way that there's any kind of substance with any kind of arcane charge around here. Nothing like a glowing rock or anything that looks like it might hold power, you know?
No, there is no MacGuffin visible in this area at the moment. Correct.
Okay.
There's you guys brought the worst to you.
Excellent. That's fantastic. That's what you love to hear. Again,
You can still see, despite the 3-story high flames, there are the cities, right? The buildings. There's the buildings he's incinerated. The firewall's still there. And there's still the firewall in front of the long straightaway towards his castle. That is all still very visible to you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a cue from Show. I'm going to cast a minor illusion to create, an illusion of the destroyed terrain in front of the party that is preparing something. Not Iki because that's too obvious, but the others that were setting up devices and preparing spells.
Yes.
Just an illusion goes up in front of them to try and hide them.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Can I make a deception check?
Yes.
Yeah, buddy. That's a 24.
Okay. You make your illusion. Describe it to me.
So, Matthias whips out his dulcimer and is just like walking backwards, like eyeing the field, playing frantically, and then there's like a little wave that forms as the sound waves approach the party, and as it ripples in front of them, it's almost like a mirage effect that just, it looks like everything behind them, it looks like as though they're not even there.
Gotcha. Just as you finish this, you see Orzerek push all the individuals around him back with another heat wave as they all have to regroup, as you can hear Dessa being like, Iki, I'm dying here, and he's like, well, get closer then, you. And so that's happening.
That's real.
And then Orzerek looks over toward where that group was, and you can see Sly is fiddling with something, and he looks up just as your illusion goes, and you just see these pillars of flames explode out of the ground, and lava pours out and down onto the ground, just missing where the group was because of your illusion in saving your first NPC death. That is a success.
Oh, don't get too close. I'm gonna bonus action.
Yeah.
Hold on. What the fuck is the initiative we're in? Anfirth is
3.
next. I'm gonna say, Anfirth, hope you can do some shit. This seems a little bit out of our depths, but I have faith in you. And then you can take Bardic Inspiration.
I could feel the panic on that one. That was good.
That was real.
I'm feeling some really good Scanlan vibes from Vox Machina's animation right now. I'm loving it. Cool. We're here. We're in the moment, baby. We got the chorus. So, as that explodes outwards, you then see Dessa fly forward and drive the sword, the claw of Halal, right into his neck. And as it slices into his neck, this like crackling of fire and lava begins to come out and just explodes out toward her. She gets knocked backwards, flies back with her wings, and there's now just like a leaking of lava coming from Ozerik's neck. Brian then takes that, and you can see some, as she, like, does some dope-ass monk shit kicking off and getting up towards the face and goes to punch him in the face. You see this, like, magical force of her punch just impact One Punch Man style, and, like, if anything should stun, this would stun it to oblivion. But you are able to see this creature definitely seems immune to such petty conditions such as a stun. And you can see Brian being like, it was worth a shot. And Iki's like, hey, but what if it did work? As he is doing some
such a punk bitch.
Sort of spell underneath. Orzerek will then turns toward Dessa and Hergen as they're coming towards, and he puts his hand out and just ice spikes just shoot out like an entire tundra storm, cutting all of them to pieces into the ground as they fall down. Still slowly healing, but badly injured from the damage they are sustaining from him. Sly, at this point, is now... Okay, I think I just about got it ready. You see Jaden going, well, fucking don't miss your shot, as he then releases a spell that just doesn't do shit. You see Millie being like, okay, I am definitely trying something that I'm not supposed to, as she is going through spells that seems to be taking her longer than normal. The snow elf is also there. Can't forget about him.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Snow Elf guy. Yeah.
Which one
He has
is
a name.
that? Gopal?
I forget his name.
No, that's the guy that left.
Sarek.
Sarek, thank you. Yeah, so when you correct it, you conned me into a better name. Sarek, who is observing the situation as best he can and picks up Gideon Nub, who's like, whoa, away from the fire, as the group of them have now gotten together. Sarek, Gideon, I wish I put these in order a different way. Let's look at this list. This list is better. Taru and... Nope, they don't have the names on that list. In Yaomir are now separate. Just trying to give you guys the geography. You guys are... So, if the castle's straight ahead, Orzerek is to your left, where the battle is taking place with the high-level NPCs. The lesser-level NPCs are to your right, where the illusion has gone off, and they are working on whatever shit the encryption crew can do. Then, behind your crew, so you guys would be still like in the center facing down that path, behind there is where the 4 have now gone, and they are now grouped up trying to figure out what the fuck they do. They were just in cells. They're not in the best of shape. But they did get along. Okay. Anfer, it is now your turn. As you can see, Orzerek building up again for another attack on the crew, as the other NPCs are scrambling to figure out a way to start slowing him down. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so that illusion's still going then. He seems
Yes.
to be at least somewhat deceived by it.
Yes.
Okay.
As lava, again, were they in front of that crew to the right? Again, to help you guys, because this is necessary in the geography here. The lava is slamming to the ground, and you can feel the heat, even though you guys will say are 30 feet away, because it would have made sense in a round. They could have got 30 feet away. So you can just feel the intensity of this. The entire place, you know how it's all been warm colors, and this is the sun side, or warm color side, is just all of a sudden from, like, it was like cool temperature on the cool color side, warm temperature here, it is becoming blistering with every increasing turn, not round, turn. The heat is getting higher and higher inside here.
So for the Valkyrie situation, can you describe
Yes.
that? So
Yeah,
Orzerek, he just attacked Dessa.
Yes,
Right.
Dessa and Herjin, he turned around and just smashed them with all these ice spikes that have gone into them, and then he followed them to the ground. So he's right now slamming them on the ground with it as some lava is pouring out of his neck. As Iki's trying to get a spell off, Brine is falling down from the face attack punch, and Terra is trying to regenerate her armor right now.
Okay. So, and Terra is next to Iki, or like
Yes.
a little further away, or
Yes, so they were
Okay.
flanking in such a way where the Orzerek is in the middle. So behind Orzerek were the 2 Valkyries that just got turned on and then shot to the ground. In front of him was Iki and Terra, and then from one of the sides, like the left side will say, is where Brian was jumping up and punching in and crossing over. Now she's probably on the right side.
Okay. I guess this might be stupid, but I'm gonna go run over there and try to pull
Mhm.
Terra away from him,
Okay.
so that she can have time to regenerate her armor and not get killed while she's doing this.
Okay, so what would you like to try?
I'm just
What
trying
kind
to
of check?
pull her, so like
Athletics.
athletics. I'm just
That's-
trying to like
That's what I was
grab her
thinking.
and
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
dragging her.
A bold choice.
What is it? A D6? Is your
D6, but
inspiration?
you also have a D20 inspiration
Yeah, I'm
from
gonna use
arriving
that
on
one
time.
instead then.
Might be a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. 32.
32. Very good. As you come over and grab Tara, she's like, get out of the way, you're gonna get hurt. As like the mask that's normally down is half melted off at this point on her face and cut sideways, so you're getting the normal voice. You see Iki going like, oh shit. And as he ducks down, you see Orzerek turn, and he just puts both his hands together, and just another one of those mists start forming. It's sort of like mist, and then what would be almost like a lightning bolt at first, but it's just pure energy and fire, and this red explodes outward, and you pull her out of the way as it singes through, decimating through all the different cities behind you. For reference, if you failed, you would have taken 200 plus points of fire damage on that attack as it just shatters through the world. And you see Tara being like, okay, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
Oh, good luck. I gotta get out of here.
Yes, definitely. I'd say
away as far
even
as
to
I can.
add to that, she was trying to get away, but as she was going to like fly out of the way, her wings currently have holes in them that she didn't realize, and she was like a dead duck about to get slammed there, and you were able to bring her out. Okay.
Save the duck. Nice.
As that explosion goes off, Iki goes, ah, finally, bitch! Ah! And you see a gigantic circle, arcane circle appear above. And you see Orzerek go,
You're a fool. Do you not understand how this world works? There are no wishes to be had here.
and then you see Iki go, fuck, did you just say? And as Iki's wish spell fails, panic ensues all over Iki's face as he goes, oh shit, wrap it up! As he just starts sprinting away as far as possible from Orzerek at the moment. And as he gets close to the other angels, the two of them end up getting healed a bit by becoming close in range to Iki. And now you see Brine breathe deeply. And then she, from the ground, stops and then punches upward toward Orzerek. And as you see, like, there's no connection between her. There's like 20 feet of difference. Orzerek is standing back up and about to follow Iki, so it's sort of like toward the side. The force comes in towards the chest, and you just see the entire right side of his chest just indent inwards as just cracks go all in. And you see Brian just begin this point of like almost exhaustion on her body as it hits. And you see Orzerek begin to start forming another one of those mists inside his hand. Next up is Faith.
Who do you think's most important right now, guys?
The person who's about to take the mist.
Who was it? Is it looking like they're aiming at Brian?
It's Brian.
Okay.
Brian.
So I'm going to cast in a 20-foot cube around Brian. I'm going to cast Major Image.
Okay.
And so the air around her shifts, and it doesn't really affect her view, but from an outside perspective, it looks like light stops working, and like the refractory effect you get with water is just everywhere and cracked like a gemstone. And so like her legs are on one side, her torso's on another side, and it's in a 20-foot box. You can't place where she is.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I guess kind of going more for like an Arcana check.
Yes, that's what I figured it was Arcana. I'm sorry, I was just waiting on you to tell me what you wanted to check, but I made a decision a while ago, but then your visual was so good, I was like, yeah, you're doing it.
That's gonna be very good. That is a 24?
I'm not a biased
Nope.
DM, but I'm definitely a biased DM when it comes to Brian.
25.
I was having issues all week where I'm like, if they kill Brian, I'm going to be so mad. This is legit. Like, it's in your hands. Everybody's on the chopping block. That's the only way this is fun. And I hate it.
25.
25. As the lightning, well, not lightning, but as the fire mist explodes outwards again, you now have 4 different sections that have been exploded outwards as it misses Brine, as she's just too slow to even start moving, as she just kind of collapses to the ground, and it just goes over her head because this has a range on it itself. But your 20-inch cube made her look like she was higher off the ground, so she made like a motion to try and jump, but then her body couldn't do it, and she collapsed. Fire goes right over, explodes through, so more of the houses are gone. So, like, think compass rose directions, and 4 of the compass rose directions on it are now exposed, so there's still a firewall. And the other 4 directions still have the housing circle that he formed around you, the stories, tall housings. The well has collapsed in on itself at this point. You finally see Sly with some strange arcane device. He fires it off. It shoots towards Orzerek. And as it touches into him, you see this like pulse go out. And then it just fries and immediately dies and does not work at all. And he's like, that was the big one. And you see Jaden go, holy shit. Jaden is then going to grab Millie and be like, this isn't going to work. And Millie's like, don't you move me. I can do this. And he is dragging Millie, who's still focusing on whatever bullshit spell she's doing. They are now trying to find a different way out. The other 2 Valkyries get up and they go above Orzerek and they start doing forming an energy between the 2 of them above Orzerek. And you can see as he's as they're going up there and starting to charge this thing, Taro's trying to get up there but can't, and you see him go,
I saw that trick with the Tarask. It won't work on me.
as he then starts putting his hand at first towards them until he gets a giant, just, I would say, ice equivalent of a meteor spell as all these ice meteors start smashing into Orzerek. As you see Iki Iki going, "Ah, you like that, you big bitch, huh?" As he's backing up towards the firewall, and he's just like, "Yeah, huh? Can you keep taking these? Oh, I'm invincible, are you, bitch?" And as that's happening, you see he's getting damaged, and he turns towards the Iki Iki. So next up is Ganu.
When I see him starting to make an attack, I'm going to use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs on him.
Okay.
Might not do anything, but
it's probably not.
But I'm going to use the second effect on Ganu, and
Yes.
Ganu, you have advantage on your next ability check.
Oh,
Ability
so
check.
smart. His brain is so big. How does he do it?
I read the spell.
Literally essential. All you need to do.
Simple.
Meteors are smashing down. It is thundering in here. These high-level spells going off, these attacks going, the crackling and destruction is something like you guys have never experienced before. This is harrowing. This is insanity. And you are getting a glimpse into what the world must have been like during collapse and what the heralds must have dealt with during their times as history. You know, legends exaggerated things. And now that you're seeing it firsthand, they didn't even come close to capturing it. They undersold how insane these type of encounters can be. Ganu, what would you like to do for your skill challenge as Iki Iki is in the barrel right now? You don't have to save Iki Iki either. You can totally do whatever the fuck you want.
It's your right hand man, though.
He is your right-hand man.
right-hand man.
So he's in a He's casting a spell at him, right?
Yes, right now. He's slowly backing up, and meteors are coming down with his staff loot.
Right.
Fucking clerics, man.
I don't have many fancy spells that can do much, but
Yeah. Well, it's an ability and skills. It's not about spells per se.
I know.
This is your creativity. What can you do to problem solve? Because you can't beat it with punches.
I can.
Yet.
I have an idea, but it's really dangerous.
Uh-oh.
Up to you, bucko.
It's nice knowing you, Iki.
And Ganu, it sounds like.
Oh, God.
I have no other ideas.
I have an idea of what you're going to do, so let's hear it.
Oh, no.
All right, I'm gonna turn into a giant constrictor snake,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I'm
boy.
going to attempt to grapple the dude.
The
No.
dude! I thought you were going to try and save Iki Iki away. You're just going to go for him.
How am I gonna save Iki Iki?
You could. I mean, what's your
Swipe
move
him away with
speed?
your giant constrictor body.
Yeah, I thought you were going to transform into a really fast animal and then try and get Iki out of the way of the attack. But you going straight for the BBEG? I mean,
Sure.
this is your
Sure.
legacy, Ganu.
Sure.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was a threat. That wasn't a poetic statement. That was a threat.
I made my decision.
He did. So go
Hey!
ahead and what would this be? Grapple check? So
No, it's an attack.
It's
It's
an
a
attack.
it's an ability.
well, I
yeah.
need a skill. So screw this. We it's a skill challenge. So we're still gonna do some sort of skill challenge here.
Okay.
Because I mean, I don't even know if you can hit the individual at this point.
Okay.
Can you
We
hit
can just
higher
do-
than a 29?
No.
Roll an
Also, can you
natural
jump
20.
into the air?
Well, I
I'm
don't
a
with-
giant
He's a
Isn't,
giant
he
constrictor.
isn't he floating in the air right now?
No. He's not floating. He's been on the
Oh.
ground. He's fucking huge.
Okay.
Remember?
I'm also a
I do
giant
remember
snake.
seeing
Yeah.
it, but-
Yeah. You guys have the reference. You got the picture. He doesn't have the sword though. The sword is its own thing. We're our own thing. And we're a part of it.
I mean, I could do an athletics check.
All right. Go ahead. It's gonna be harder because we already did one.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
Oh well.
You have advantage.
You do.
I do.
Also, you have a D20 inspiration.
You
I
probably
do.
should use that.
I rolled really high.
Ooh, very good then. Maybe not.
Advantage. Okay. Athletics. Let's see. I'll use it. What the hell? Right. Athletics. So that's gonna be 33
Okay.
athletics
Okay.
to grapple him.
Pretty good. Pretty fucking good, I have to say.
Okay.
Give me a second. Oh. Okay. So, Ganu, as soon as you get up and grapple him, when you get within 10 feet of him, you take 20 points of fire damage. When you touch him, you take another 20 points of fire damage. As you're grappling them, though, you can feel the radiant heat of the formation of this mist strike. And as you grapple and yank him to the side, it's enough for him to miss and just bolt and destroy all the way forward for, again, blocks and blocks of distance. As you... Yeah?
If it's burning me, I'll let go once he misses.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And with your movement, you might want to get away.
I'll do that.
You're aware that you will continue to take this fire damage the closer you are to him when he's in his enraged state.
I have a lot of movement.
Big
So
angry.
you
Oh,
go
the
up
snake's
there,
not that
shake it.
fast.
You see Iki go, my main man! You get a D20 inspiration from Iki.
Oh.
Um,
Iki.
I
and
just
I-
put it away.
And the last one just crushes into the back of Orzerek as you see him go,
Rawr.
You can't stop the obliteration that you all will find. This is what I'm meant to do. and you have unleashed something I didn't want to do. You did this. Remember, you brought this upon.
Okay.
Eh.
So, spoken like a true abuser.
Yep. Truly.
Okay, so then with that, Iki's like, huh, oh boy. The two other Valkyries get up and dig into the back. Or no, they're still above, actually. So we got to wait on that. They're still charging. That's what they're doing. Brine is coming towards like a second wind at this point. The other group, you see Yaramir go like, my friends, I have to help them, so you stay here and be well. And he sprints towards the big monstrous Orzerek, and you see Taro being like, what was he doing? And Sarek's like, I don't know, but we're not going there. And the Gopal, no. Gideon. You see Gideon be like, so it's getting hot. Do we want to go indoors or something? It's kind of hot out, and I got pretty dry skin as it is. I'm pretty old. We gonna get out of here or something?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, here we are.
So out of touch. I love it.
Okay, so with all that going on, Orzerek then stops and breathes in, and then comes down. And as he's coming down, you can see above you guys glowing little, like, those mists that you kept seeing in his hands. About like 800 little clouds form over the entire arena and start forming that mist above you guys. Sho, what are you doing?
It's forming above us.
Above everyone. So it's like almost like a cloud has come over the entirety of the arena, but it's not a one singular solid cloud. There's gaps in between them as the mist is beginning to form. You can feel the ozone in the air.
Oh, I know what the spell
You
is.
can smell this. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna try one thing, and then if it fails, I have a reaction as a backup.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Erupting Earth on Mr. Orzerek.
Okay.
I will take out a lock of hair, which is conveniently obsidian-esque, thrust it into the ground. Am I within 120 feet of Mr. Man?
Yes.
Alright, bet. On a 20-foot cube around him, a fountain of churned earth and stone erupts. He has to make a dex saving throw.
You got it.
And take... Well, it's a 3rd level spell, so it would be cast at what?
Six.
Thank you. So that's 60-12.
Natural 19 and his modifiers grows, so I imagine he's saved.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He'll just
Okay.
take half.
Yep.
Wouldn't 3 be 7?
Yes, thank you. You're right, because it's 2 from the top. Yep, 7.
I'll roll
Another
one
die.
more.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ryan.
Definitely take every spell slot you can get.
38. I think it's bludgeoning damage.
Got it. As it explodes
Probably.
out into him
Yeah, it's bludgeoning.
and hit him with this attack, you momentarily break his concentration, and all the lightning strikes come down in a different area than on you people as it just explodes, and you see the ground getting singed with what was, instead of just one gigantic channeled attack, it's like 800 little attacks slamming down to the ground, missing everybody in the group right now with that. That was very clutch.
Thank you. Well, I was just going to counter spell potentially, maybe.
I know you guys got like first level. You got first ninth level counter spells for fucking days.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
It'd be minimum 7th because that's
Minimum 7.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, right?
That would be the
Pretty
best that it could be too. That's
Oh,
so really
yeah.
good.
Yes.
Yeah. 7th level counter spell's pretty good.
Yeah. If only you had She Who Won't Be Named. I'm pretty sure she can cast it as a cantrip at this point in her career.
Yeah. We don't mention her.
No, she might be helpful, but too bad.
We don't mention her.
All right, so first
Wait, if we do
round.
mention her, would she come help?
It might be time to start mentioning.
No. No one can hear your screams in Mirror World.
Except
You guys got through the round. As the round ends, the light energy from the Valkyrie slams down into Orzerek and explodes. Some of his skin itself comes off, revealing this molten surface underneath. His muscle
Gross.
structure is molten,
Ew.
equivalent. It is flowing in flux underneath. With that, the firewall drops. There is no longer a firewall keeping everybody inside this area. Top of the round. I would now say layer action. I need everybody to give me athletic checks. As he gets hit with this, you see him go. Ugh.
I have tricks like that too.
Slams his hands into the ground, and lava begins erupting everywhere under the ground in this area. The entire ground begins to just have like basically mini volcanoes exploding out all around the area as it's spreading now. I'm seeing some faces.
I don't know if it helped, but a 13. I had to use my inspiration.
Just debating my inspiration roll, that's all.
Yeah, I'm considering it as well.
Alright,
This is
30
probably-
20. 30 20, it's
yeah.
worth it. Fuck it. Fuck it, yellow.
I don't know if this is.
I
actually
had
gonna
a
help.
3, and I bumped it to a 13. So
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so I bumped mine to a dirty 20.
Okay.
19.
Okay. Anfirth, what was yours?
Death.
9.
9. Okay, so everybody but Anfirth passes. As these explode outward and start hitting the different groups and areas that go out, the heat itself begins to threaten to burn you guys, but you begin running to where the lava isn't, and it is now engulfing the entirety of the arena where you guys are fighting slowly, and the paths in which you can step safely are now dwindling after this attack. Anfirth, since you failed, you will take 40 points of fire damage as you literally get impacted with a few drops of lava that burn onto you. You're getting out of the way. The heat catches up to you. Basically, a volcano erupted behind you. You were still athletic enough to get out of the way as much as possible, but like the state of shock you are in is the adrenaline's rushing through your body, and you don't even realize how badly burned you just got.
I don't even feel it. I have Armor of Agathis, so it blocks the entire damage.
Hey!
yeah, that's good.
Hey! The ice completely fire and ice, Jon Snow style. Nothing. You don't die. This is so much better. Very good. All right,
I
Matthias.
cast it again.
Oh wait, I gotta roll for some people to see who's
It
down.
was literally the entire temporary hit point pool.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 1. Gideon Nub. The volcano literally forms
Rip.
underneath him, and he's like, "Oh, going for a ride!" And he just goes right into lava. Gone.
Oh well,
Well, okay, that checks out. Yep.
can't help him.
Nope.
Next
Don't worry,
one.
he's gonna come flying in at the very end to save us.
Taru, natural 20.
What a seesaw.
The...
Yeah, I'm brand.
The straight up enigma Taru.
He's such an enigma. He doesn't even know who he is.
Yep.
21 for Citizens, Orzerek.
I thought you were supposed to say Sly
Natural
Alex.
1 for. Oh boy, Reed, you shouldn't roll anymore. For Yaromir.
Rip Yaromir. Oh no.
18 plus a bazillion for Brian. Big win.
Did you even have to roll for her?
Yes, I do, because I have to be honest. 18 for Iki, so plus a lot, he's okay. Natural 20 for Terra.
Nice. Like that.
19 for the other angel, Odessa.
Let's go Millie. Let's go Millie.
For the other Valkyrie, I forgot about Millie.
Aren't they flying?
They are
Two of them
flying
are.
above, so I'm saying shit is still exploding up into the air. Everybody's got it. They're directly under where he smashed, so that shit went right up
Like a
into him, and you guys
geyser.
are just getting
Mm.
the aftershock.
Just the lava goop everywhere.
Millie, Spaghetti-O.
Use the Misty Step.
Let's see. That's enough. Her athletics is piss poor, but a natural 10 is still high enough to get through it. Annifirth just missed. Natural 17 for Jaden, and natural 20 for Sly. So
He doesn't even need that shit.
Yaromir, as you see the lava.
R.I.P.
Thank you. What's his name? Yeah, Yaromir.
Yaromir. Yeah, you got
As
it.
the lava explodes out and goes to crush onto him, it slams into him. His skin begins to burn, and you hear him go, "I can't be awful," as he hits the ground. Nothing. And he is on all fours, as you can literally see skin melting off him.
Give him alcohol now.
Top.
I'm not going over there.
Matthias, what do you want to do?
Okay, so there are footpaths leading out of here that are traversable.
Yes.
How far away are the safe zones? But particularly, I'm interested in how far away is the castle?
The castle safe zone would probably be like, where you guys start was the middle. So we'll say you're equidistant from different places at this point. So 30 feet, we'll go. That's probably more like 45 feet, to be fair. It'd be 45 feet in every direction to the openings. One's not closer than the other because you guys haven't been really rotating besides Gianu.
Okay. I'm going to use my movement and cunning action to dash to use 50 feet of movement to get to the castle.
Okay. So I meant to the path. The castle still
to
extra
the
feet.
path. Oh.
The castle's still
Okay.
probably another like 100 feet. But as soon as
okay.
you even get through there, you immediately feel a reduction in temperature. Immediately. And the doors are still completely open.
They're open?
Yes, they're still open from prior.
Okay. So if the doors are open, am I able to see anything inside?
Make a perception check.
Okay. $14.
You may just cost your entire party a TPK. You can't make it out. You're not sure what's in there.
Alright, well, I'm going to use my action then to dash and get out of there.
Okay. You take off. As you take off, Orzerek turns up, and as he sees the encryption crew following suit, trying to get behind you, he readies his hand and fires off as Jaden just pulls Millie and throws her to the side and takes the blast head on and is just missed.
No. Can I counter spell? Can I do anything?
You can try. Sure, you have a reaction. To be fair, try to counterspell.
I'll try and probably die.
So go ahead and roll. It is higher than 7th level.
So if you counterspell at level 1, is that a 9th level counterspell?
Yes. Yes.
It's a 3rd level spell.
It's a 3rd level
Third level
spell.
spell.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I rolled a 9.
You have a D20 inspiration as well.
I already used it to not die to lava.
Oh no!
Yeah.
As your counter spell goes off, you feel like you were just shy of the strength needed to stop this attack, and just you see one of the members of Encryption just obliterate it in front of you. Next
I
up,
try to cast counterspell on my tears, but I can't.
Next up is Faith, but at this you see Iki scream out just like, "Ah, no, he was a boy! A boy!" And Terra now joins up with the other Valkyries, and they're charging up another attack. And as the floor is happening, Iki starts levitating up into the air, and he just like, as he's shaking his head and getting really burdened by what's happening, you see another spell begin to start, and he's like, "You can fucking play at this game, you shit." And
Serious Iki scares me.
as he begins like focusing these gestures, he then stops, and then out of his mouth just comes acid all onto him, spraying onto Orzerek and burning him pretty effectively. As you guys, I guess, can now learn that acid functions normally in the mirror world.
Just as God intended.
The tell you special on that one.
And yeah, as Orzerek just like, ah, gah, distracted for the time being. Faith, what do you want to do?
Isn't Annifirth after?
Yeah, because I was looking at Initiative 4. Anfirth, what do you want to do?
Who is near me? So I'm like, am I in the lava still, or did I get
You
out?
got away from it. It's trailing you. If you stand still, to let all the characters know, if you stand still, lava will get you. This is like the classic part of the video game where the battlefield is changing, and slowly the ability to stand on this terrain is not going to be possible anymore. So there's other options. There are potentially houses you guys can go into. There's corridors you could run down. If you can fucking figure out how to fly, you can fly. But otherwise, you know what? There's something that could happen soon, but not on Anfirth's turn at the moment. So
where am I right now? I'm in like a path that goes. You said that this path goes directly towards the palace.
Yes.
Or the castle.
Yes.
What NPCs are around me at this point?
Encryption is a little ahead of you, and the Snow Elf group is behind you, just losing the old man. So it would just be Taru and
Yaramir.
Sarek behind you.
Not Yaramir's in the lava.
Yes.
Okay. So the encryption group is running ahead of me, like 30 feet ahead or whatever, and they're
Yes,
just running
and
in a
Millie
straight
just got
line.
thrown like toward where Matthias ran to, and he just got a blast taken, and Sly just shell-shocked.
Right, and this is this like straight line that goes towards the castle.
The straight line happens once you hit the corridor, like that he opened up earlier. Once you get out of the arena, the arena is sort of like, you know, when water hits on a bunch of different places and raindrops where all the water hasn't spread out evenly yet. So you're getting this like almost hopscotching around the lava is what's happening.
Okay. Yeah. That makes it more difficult. Yeah, okay. Then I am going to... How far back are the other people? The people that were not in the original? The 3 that ran behind us before. How far are they behind me?
5 feet. They're right behind you.
Alright, I'm just going to grab them and use my action to just try to pull them forward.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that.
Do that.
No
for now.
problem.
Just push them.
All right. As you do that, I'll be honest with you. You can just use your action to move them about at this point. Orzerek is distracted with Iki, and immediately, I would say, uses his reaction to then send like those clouds that you were seeing forming above you guys last time is just over Iki. It all just thunders down. and Iki just gets slammed with it, and then he
Right,
brings
and
up his.
if it's during my turn, I don't
Yeah.
know if it's kind of a reaction, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna action surge and
Okay.
cast Gust of Wind towards Iki to try to
Sure.
push him out of the way.
Arcana check.
Not great at those, but we'll see.
What do you mean? You're the best at those.
Natural 20.
Holy shit.
I just know things.
Iki gets pushed out of the way as the lightning bolts come down, and you see Iki then, still going through another set of arcane circles that begin appearing all around. And as you pass by, and sprint through, I'd say with your action surge, holding all them, you get them through the threshold, immediately start feeling the temperature cool down, but you're on the straightaway corridor toward the castle at this point. Millie then sees what's happening, and she begins to panic a bit, devastated by what just happened, drops her spell, and another one goes off that starts levitating chunks of rock all around, slowly, for an ability to, as she shouts out, "Jump on that if you get trapped!" As she is tears. Nothing but
also,
tears going down her face. Yeah.
After I do that, I still have my bonus action, so
Yeah.
I'm going to bonus action, turn my Gust of Wind, because it
Yes.
lasts for a minute,
Yep.
towards the straightaway, and send these two descending down the pathway.
Love it. And you hit Matthias as well, as
Hell
this
yeah.
helps everybody get even closer. Matthias,
15, they get to
Fif-
move.
15 feet. Okay, so Matthias, how many feet did you use on your action?
75.
75 plus 15. You're at the steps. As you look through the steps, you can now clearly see inside the throne room, there are hundreds of floating mirrors, but they aren't functioning like mirrors at the moment. It seems like Orzerek has been obsessed with trying to find an exit, and he can't get them to work. Back to the other group. Where are we in the order? Faith is up next. So I would say Faith.
Yes.
You see Brian try to come over to the individual that's covered in lava, and he puts his hand up, and Yaromir is just like, as Brian doesn't know what to do. She's caught off guard, seeing the Silverhand relative die. She's a bit shook, and as the numbers start going this way, she's starting to get really, really concerned. And at this point, Brian's going to roll her hero action.
Yeah.
Before doing anything else. Nope. Okay. So Brian is going to gain insight into the situation. This is a lost cause. I need to save as many people as possible.
Shit's on fire, yo.
Right. It's hot.
She sprints towards, you took those two. So I'd say she'll sprint toward, Faith and Show and pick you two up and take you guys to the corridor with her hero
Thanks.
action.
Cool.
She comes over, lifts you up, and you're like, fuck, she's strong. As she yoinks you with no problem. And then the speed at which a way higher than level 20 monk at this point can move is ungodly. And get you guys into that next area as the energy keeps building now with 3 Valkyries. You can see Iki is nothing but intense, trying to keep Ozzerek's attention on him. Which is happening as Orzerek is reaching out and grabbing onto Iki, trying to melt him. And Iki, you can see ice is forming around as he's holding right now as these runes are going off. And there's just battle of just like ice exploding outwards and lava slamming together as the two of them are locked in. Faith, what would you like to do?
I I'm gonna be using my movement to run towards the castle because everybody
Sure.
seems to be going in that direction.
Sure.
But as a bonus action, I'm gonna try to give Iki a moment of respite.
Okay.
I'm gonna dump all 7 of my healing lights into Orzerek.
Yeah.
So that is 7d6.
Do it.
Oh, fucking terrible roll, but
No.
it's 19
Oh.
healing
Yeah.
to Orzerek.
As it begins to shatter more of his skin off as more and more of the black crumbles off him, and you see him just seizing up in pain as now the ice starts to go in even further, and you can see the lava isn't as tense to flow as you do give Iki a bit of advantage.
You know what?
What?
Fuck it. I haven't used an action yet. That was my
Okay.
bonus action.
Yeah.
So action, I'm gonna channel that stag in my hand, and a bolt of lightning also comes out at Orzerek.
I love it. Go for it.
So technically a dex saving throw,
Yeah.
but that's
Good.
an additional 22 lightning damage at him.
Roll a d100.
Was that 7th level, Hunter?
No!
Yeah. Oh, that's why I thought it was low. It should be 7th level, and you do roll the d100.
Let's see, so... Okay, so that's an extra 4d6 into that. 22 plus 15. So that's a total of 37 lightning damage.
Yep. Then roll your d100.
And then that is a 73.
So, as you can feel the lightning crackling in your palm, for like a brief second, you find yourself like the entire world's gone and you're in that calm meadow with Raylan looks sitting on the log, and he looks up and he's like, yeah, that's how you do it. And then you're right back in the moment. As the lightning goes off, you realize in the warm area, lightning is doubly effective. So, with the 73 plus 35, that is 108 doubled to 216 points of lightning damage. As Anfirth, you witness, you know how he was doing these like explosive beams that were going off? Your sister does almost an answer to that as it explodes outwards, as the sky itself seizes at the sense of lightning being summoned. Orzerek gets hit with the lightning and shot into some buildings and knocked over, as now the angels begin to surge that energy ball that they're growing together. Fucking clutch.
Holy crap, Faith.
Faith, you may
I
have
don't like
set
this
a
spell.
new record for damage. 208. Actually, I don't think so. I think Telia still has the record for 300 something, but 208 for level 5, 6?
6.
That's bonkers.
Or it's level 5, technically.
Technically a mirror world.
Thanks, Mirror World.
You guys have bought yourself with that time, which is so valuable. Ganu, what are you doing?
Who's left that hasn't left the area?
I don't think anybody. I think it's just you and the Valkyries and
Mostly
Ikiki.
yeah.
That's what I thought. So,
Oh, and
okay.
I'm sorry, and Yamir. So, as you look to Yamir, you see that most of his skin has melted off. The lava has come off him, and you can just see bits and patches of muscle and bones being exposed. And then you start to see, like, a strange opacity over his body. And almost like, similar to the Valkyries, armor begins to be shown around the individual as he begins to take a step up, and you can see his muscles begin to be reformed as more of this armor begins to adorn on him. As you
He's
can
doing
see,
it.
Yarmir? You good, bro?
Oh fuck! I didn't even realize what I did. Oops a daisy. You start to see runes floating in the air as all of a sudden lightning bolts start forming
goodness.
all around him because he was in pursuit of the storm himself. As you see this
Lightning,
brilliant
motherfucker.
armor start forming around Yormir as the helmet finally comes closed, as you can see some sort of champion armor on him covered in all these runes, Nordic-looking runes.
Interesting.
Okay, I think he's good.
Yeah, I thought it was important to note, I believe.
Yeah. So you're good. I'm gonna go, and I will slither away.
You got it. You slither away.
Slip sliding away.
Anything else you want to do, or are you going to just, like, use your entire action plus dash to get out?
Yeah, because I can't heal myself, and there's people are either doing a thing or already away, and he's in a building. So yeah, I'll just go.
Cool. Okay. You go. The group is all running down a straight line now as he's beginning to get out of where he's been knocked down. Last up is Sho as Iki, still levitating in the air, begins to shoot more ice down toward Orzerek. And now the same is happening with lightning from Ymir. And the Valkyries are still building up a bigger energy. And you can see he's getting up and still holding the hand out, but he's not aiming for all those around. He sees all of you running toward the castle, and he's got everyone aimed in his sights right now. Sho, what are you doing?
How big is the castle entrance?
It's large. The massive
How
castle.
large?
The entrance itself, let's say the stairs go up into, I'd say 20 feet across and like 35 feet tall. I mean, it's got to be big for him, and he's a giant, so the castle's gigantic.
Okay. Is there a
Somebody that would be willing to go in a dimension door with me?
I wish.
Fool me twice. Fuck you.
Is there like a gate or anything like above the entrance?
Yeah, there's doors and
any-
there's like structures, like artistic structures that you could try and like shoot to drop behind you guys.
Precisely.
You can attempt, yep.
I'm not even gonna need to attempt.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out my spell scroll
Ooh. Okay.
that has disintegrate on it.
So it does.
I'd like to aim it towards some, like, I'd like to do some quick mental calculations and just kind of be like, all right, if I aim it there, that's going to be the most shit in a way of that nonsense.
So, investigation check for this challenge.
Oh, I can do that for you, buddy.
Well, I'm
17.
gonna roll one. Okay. Never mind. Oh, Mr. Confident till he is. Okay. You're able to surmise just about the best place as you're able to use the disintegrate scroll as you're running, as everybody is now making their way into the castle. You're able to dislodge a massive portion of the artistic structures on the castle as it comes crumbling down. The mist goes off, explodes outward, and as it goes into the castle, it's enough to throw the angle off as it hits. It's almost like because it hits this other foreign substance, it's causing just the slightest deviation to miss the rest of the group that has been pushed forward by the gusts of wind and by the snake coming through. and the group is now at the precipice of the castle. The thing itself fell down and went forward a ways to knock this off as it explodes out another way, as he just gets hammered with all these other attacks again. With that, the Valkyries get off. They then are able to reposition the light, and it just explodes down on him again. All these attacks happen, and as they do, Orzerek takes massive amounts of damage, but screams.
I just want it to be better. Now I'll show you the only thing I am good at.
The entirety of the city just begins to get restructured, almost like Doctor Strange style, as he begins to restructure the city. You guys are fine. The castle seems to be stationary, but everything begins to start just being disintegrated around into this void that is being formed around the entirety of the city. Like the city's being sucked into what would be almost a black hole of sorts. And they're continuing like slamming him down as this, and he gets up and explodes them backwards as the group is now in retreat behind you, trying to stall him out as you guys enter into the castle. You see Taru is just terrified right now, and everyone's looking back and forth around here. What you guys find inside the castle is his throne and mirrors all around, but none of them have a reflection. They're hanging, small ones, large ones, tall ones, bitty ones, all around you guys. Matthias, what do you do? The floor has a beautiful, intricate, like almost Kingdom Heart-esque design with all the different just abstract sort of shapes on the bottom. It looks like an art piece inside here. You're muted, so I can't hear a word you're saying.
This is the chamber in which his throne's in, right?
Yes.
There aren't any other chambers in this building?
It doesn't appear where you guys are right now. It seems like this is the room. Hundreds of mirrors floating, hanging all around, but none of them are open or reflective.
So, oh fuck, puzzles.
Don't do this.
If
What am I gonna do? Call
if I
back.
take the steel of my blade,
Yes.
look at the reflection in that, use that perspective to look at all the mirrors, does that change the way that any of them look?
What's your blade? What's your dagger? What is it?
It's tax blade. It's what are you asking?
Yes, it does.
Okay. What is it? What looks different?
In the you can see a reflection now in Tax Blade, seeing into the mirrors, and you actually can see different crystals inside this room. In the reflections, they're not here corporeally. Funny enough, wow, thematically, this is just like the instance of when you saw the ghosts in the Ubil residence, where when you took the glass and you looked behind you, and they were standing there. You can now see crystals in some other plane of varying colors. Green, white, black, purple, and blue spread out through this room. At different heights.
You said green, white, purple, black, and blue?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I approach the purple crystal,
Yep.
Does it seem to respond to my presence?
No.
If I reach my hand out and try and touch it, I don't feel it.
No.
I relay this information to those that are here with me.
You got it.
Can I use prestidigitation to try and make a quick flash of light to see if it reacts to the light in any certain way, like the mirrors or the crystals?
It reacts to your magic, but you feel as though the magic is rejected.
Okay. You
can feel a connection. Magic can reach out.
The specific crystal that I'm near?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell specifically Millie this, and anyone else that can hear.
You shout it. You first go to tell Millie. Funny enough, you're on par with thematically. Millie has entered in, gone immediately to the side just as soon as she got through, and is just crying hysterically, guilt-driven and non-functional at this point.
Oh, good. Millie, I'm gonna need you to get it together.
She's not with us right now.
Okay, that's fine. She's not with us. Her ghost has left her person. Okay.
She is called traumatized.
Yes, fair.
I've heard of that.
I've already done a lot on my turn.
Okay.
So I suppose I'm trying to investigate what magics are reacting to what crystals. That's the gist of what I'm doing right now.
As you say so.
Okay. I think that's it.
Okay. I'm rolling for the other characters as they're retreating. Oh, fuck. Iki hits the ground. Brian hits the ground. The two fucking Valkyries don't. Champion's fine. Who else am I missing? Third Valkyrie. And Terra. Fucking Jesus. As they are in retreat, Terra, Iki, and Brian all get slammed with an attack, and they all go to the ground. The other Valkyries come down, and the champion come down, defending them outside as Orzerek is moving in on the three of them. Next up is Anford. What are you doing?
Did I get a general? How much did Matthias describe?
Everything. He shouted out everything as he was doing. He's like, I'm using a reflective knife. I can see the colors. There's crystals. My magic's not interacting with it. Guys, do something. I don't know. So you have a sense that there are invisible crystals somewhere in here.
Okay, I'm going to take out a +1 dagger that I have.
Okay.
And try to do the same thing.
You're able to see reflections.
Okay. I am going to look for a specifically blue crystal.
Mm-hmm. You're able to locate it.
I'm going to summon my ice spike and try to whack it.
You don't have to roll to hit. You immediately hit. It connects, and you guys now see from that location, a blue light immediately slams into a mirror in this room. It appears like just an orb now is floating in there, but in the reflection, the crystal has now illuminated as your frost damage seems to have resonated with this crystal.
And then as my action, because I don't have any other really damage types, I'm going to just run around the room, and because I have 5 of these +1 daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to drop them in different locations so that if you could look down, you can see reflections everywhere.
That's actually brilliant. Right on. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to have to keep rolling. Okay. Jesus.
I think.
So as the retreating continues, I will say, Terra goes unconscious. Brian goes unconscious. Iki's still up. And the two angels are able to push Orzerek back with attacks at this point. And with one got a natural 20, I would say Iki's AoE healing pulses off again and is able to bring them up. But things are looking really bad for that group out there. They are scrambling. And it looks like as much damage as Orzerek has taken, he is doing fine. He is completely enraged at this point. Next up is Faith.
Where did you drop those? Did you drop them like right at where the crystal roughly is?
Like just scattered around. So
Okay.
I mean,
So you can look
I
at
only
the
looked for the blue one, but yeah. So I like tried to angle them so that they were looking at the walls where the crystals are.
they're not pointing or underneath them. You can go over and like you can use your movement to look down at it to get a look at the room, basically type of idea.
So I'm gonna do that.
And these are mirror world rules, by the way. The reflection of these knives are not natural. Like I hope we're on understanding of that. Okay, what's happening?
Like when I was in the town and I got that like.
When you figured out the end game mechanic
right
immediately,
angle.
as soon as you came in. Yes.
So I'm going to raise my hands in the direction of the purple and the white crystals based on what I'm seeing.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire off an Eldritch Blast, one to each crystal.
Both do not resonate.
Okay.
With force damage.
Okay. What else do I have? Not a whole lot, but...
I think that's it. No big deal. You gave it a shot. You learned. It's not force.
That's it.
Yalmir stands and he stands right in front of Orzerek, who is coming down on him, and Ozerek's almost gaining in size as more and more lava. The entire arena where you guys started is completely lava now, and more is pouring out of more sections that volcanoes are just, the ground is erupting and more lava exploding out towards, and his entire demeanor and sense is growing, Orzerek. And just him coming down, and it's just Yalmir in his storm armor staring up at him, buying time for the rest of the group to run away as the lava engulfs Yalmir with that last roll as he is taken by the lava. Next up is Ganu. What are you doing, buddy?
That's a great question.
Stop killing my NPC. 3 down, 9 to go.
We're almost there.
I feel not helpful in this room. And will attempt to.
You can help the room, or or you can assist the people outside. Yes, that's always been an option. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. What do you want to do? As they are trying their best to retreat, many of the Valkyries flying does not work right now, and they are helping each other. Iki is hobbling around with terrible burns.
Yeah, I'm a giant snake, so I'm gonna see if I can literally give everyone a ride if they need it.
Yeah, so give me a strength check. Just to maintain carrying all these creatures.
Nice. Total 20.
You are able to save all of them as you see the lava now pouring down the path, and you're able to slither down, get around them all. They grab onto you, and as you go up the stairs, you can see as the entire world is going around, just lava starts exploding each side, almost like, when a ship begins to sink and the doors start exploding and the water comes underneath on a submarine. That starts happening with lava outside, so now that the castle is like an island surrounded by lava now at this point. Show, you're up.
So I'm very distracted by this trying to learn this fucking song because it's been on repeat for so long.
Yeah. I could get another version if you want it. No, I'm not doing it. Just keep going.
Can't stop. Anyway. Which dagger am I closest to? Which color? I'll
Okay.
just go to the mirror.
Yeah, that makes okay.
Give me a color. That's not blue.
I would say you can see the white one.
White.
Yep. You can see the white one
Ugh.
closest to you. There is a green one that would be the second closest to you.
Okay.
You can make Arcana checks to try and
I would love to
decipher
do that.
what they
'cause
are as
honestly,
well.
dude,
You don't have to just
Yeah,
keep
no,
shooting
I don't-
blanks.
I have a wide plethora of magical elements, so I would rather do that.
Okay, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
24.
Oh, I like you guys putting Orzerek at the top. That's great. For the comment artist.
Well,
Sacrifice
if we had like an actual order, I was gonna have it like everybody in their order, and then it was all narrative, so it didn't really matter in this circumstance.
It helps with you guys. The NPCs, it's too much. No.
Yeah.
There's 12. It's fine.
Yeah. 13 total NPCs, good and bad. So you did what, 19?
24.
24! You get both then with that. From what you can see perspective-wise, given the runes and the magical energy coming out from there, what you're familiar with in your studies in the college, you recognize these like forms and these reactions that have occurred in tests you've done back home. And this is definitely the white one responds to radiant damage, and the green one responds to acid damage.
I'll communicate that. I don't have any of those options, sadly.
But you communicate that.
But I do communicate it.
Okay. You see Iki go, bah! And just spit toward the green one out of his mouth. And that resonates, and another beam goes through because it's Iki's turn because Ganu saved him and brought him in. So
Thanks, Ganu.
Your efforts are being rewarded for good choices. Good job. Next up, it'd be end of the order. So now up at this.
Doesn't Iki also bonus action healing word on the other one?
On the other
crystal? It's
No.
radiant, right?
No, he doesn't. But you guys all passively gain 5 HP by being close enough to Iki in his current state.
Let's go!
Nope.
Now Orzerek is come up the stairs and at the precipice of it. And as he is coming up, more lava is exploding outward, and you see Sarek come up towards the top and begins channeling magical energy, and he just, like a snowstorm, begins to build in front of him, and Orzerek is just slowly putting his hand through the storm as the mist begins to form, and just, I would say, like, the heat is melting the snowstorm that is erupting and out of Sarek's hand at those steps right now. Top of the order, Matthias, what are you doing?
Okay.
You guys have done the radiant. No, you haven't.
We've done green and blue.
You've done green and blue. The crystal looks more marble now.
Okay. There are the purple and
Purple, black, and white.
Black and white.
We know that white is radiant.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have my cake and eat it too here.
The temperature is slowly rising in the castle again.
All right, I'm gonna deal with the immediate threat. As Sarek is standing there, I am going to run up and hop onto his shoulders and take a deep breath in and release the vampiric acid breath out of my mouth, which is normally a very low-powered skill dealing 1d8. So I'm hoping, based off of what I know...
You didn't get cured? Oh no, you got that! That's right! That was the bonus you got!
Mm-hmm.
Okay, boy, keep going, sorry.
And I'm going to, like, just exhale acid directly into his eyeballs.
Roll a d20.
Okay.
So if
And
you
add your constitution modifier.
3.
3.
3.
You do this. The acid burns on him a bit, causing him to miss you, but grabs Sarek as he then pulls him out, and Sarek is engulfed in the lava. Tried to buy you guys time.
Yeah.
It was a good try, but dice sometimes.
Yeah, dice.
He did buy time.
And first.
Was that feature an action?
Yes.
Probably.
Okay, that's fair. Just because the dragon's breath is the spell is a bonus action, so I just want to check.
You're not a dragon.
Yeah, I know. I'm just checking.
Is Dragonborn a bonus action when they do their breath attack?
No, the
that's
spell
action.
Dragon's Breath is a bonus action.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm going for. I was going for.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
You
Yeah,
guys having fun yet?
that's it. I can't.
Ah.
So I'm just gonna run into the center of the room,
Yep.
and I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my gust of wind towards Orzerek.
Yep.
He has to make a strength saving throw. I'm sure he'll make it, but
He won't make it.
Just make a strength check for me.
yeah, 7.
7. Yeah, it's not doing anything. As he's
However,
getting-
moving towards
Yep.
me is still half movement for
Okay.
him.
Okay, so he's slowly coming towards you.
And
Horrible.
then with my action, I'm just gonna fucking try to Eldritch Blast him twice, because
Yeah, okay. You don't.
that's a natural one. But
So they
This-
just disintegrate before they even hit his skin, as you can feel the heat coming in closer and closer. With that, I will say, Sly shakes Millie, and he's just like, "They need you. They need you right now, Millie. Wake up and use your magic." As he then turns toward Orzerek, and he's going to try and buy time with the group as he starts using every tool available to him in his Batman-like tool belt to distract Orzerek. Faith, you're up.
Random bullshit. Go.
Yep.
Going to
A mere mortal man.
fuck. I'm gonna run towards where the purple crystal is.
Okay.
I'm going to bonus action telekinetic shove Millie towards me
Okay.
and just scream, "Dayton died for nothing if you don't help us now."
That seems to knock her out of it. No roll necessary.
And I'm gonna point in the direction of the where the white crystal roughly is. Radiant damage there.
Yep.
I'm gonna point to black. I think this is necrotic. Black for necrotic.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my action to flip the goggles of identification down and identify the purple crystal.
When you put those down, you immediately can see all the reflections around. You can see where all the crystals are perfectly. You don't need the reflections of the knives. You surmise the magical items lenses are what are helping you see all the different reflections. And before, when you use the knife to lens, that helped occur what was just happening with the knife to the mirrors. Lens to mirrors, clear as day. You can see all that is going on in Mirror World.
I'll use the identify spell on the purple crystal.
You are certain it is lightning.
And then I'm just
I
gonna
would
call
not have
out,
guessed that.
"Purple is lightning."
Here we go.
Origins?
You want to fight about it? You really want to fight right now?
No.
That's all
I'm
I
just-
can do in my turn at the moment.
You got it.
I just like the connection.
Oh yeah. My father built the staffs. Anyway, I can't remember half of it.
Where's my sorcery points for a quicken spell?
Yeah, right.
Orzerek begins to collapse down onto Sly. I'm going to roll a dice to see if he lives or dies. You can see Terra or Dessa fly towards and try to save Sly, but she is not quick enough. and Sly is just crushed by the fires as he looks up, and Terra just starts going all at Orzerek as Sly is no more. Next up is Millie, who will go immediately to the stone and in hyper focus uses some beautiful necrotic damage from just a chill touch and resonates 4 lights now on top of the mirror. Next up is Ganu. This hurts. Holy shit, I didn't think this would hurt as much. Are we having fun? You could stop this at any time you want. You could stop this at any time you want, Reed. You're in control here.
You are.
I called out the 2 remaining ones for you,
One left.
Ryan, if you
One.
want.
Just lightning.
Oh, 1. Oh.
That's all you have left. Purple's left. That's all it is lightning. Acid was Iki. Radiant was Faith. Necrotic was Millie. Ice was Anford.
Okay.
I never cast Radiant.
Why would you say it, Hunter?
What?
I
What?
You said that Millie did 2 of them.
No,
he
wait,
identified
what?
all of them.
He
I cast the
identified
Eldritch
them.
Blast first, and then I identified her.
Oh, you
so that we knew
Eldritch
it was
Blast. I just
lightning.
assumed with Radiant damage, you were going to use the Radiant attack you have.
Because we didn't know what the purple one was.
Right.
So I had no guesses as to what it could be.
My apologies. There we go. So yes, you have 2 left. I'm sorry. Thanks for the correction. Great, more.
But we
Defending the herd.
we know exactly what's required.
Yes, you do. We're good.
So, what's his name? The asshole.
Orzerek.
He's like in the doorway.
Yes, he's coming through and like melting into the room, almost like Lava Titan style, but he's super ripped and looks like the picture I showed you, but all the like volcanoous tar is melted off now, and he is just the embodiment of lava as he's coming towards you guys. He radiates pure energy. If you would like had to guess what a god is made of, it's probably that shit.
Right.
What are you doing?
Do you have any radiant or lightning spells, Ganu?
I don't think he does.
I have nothing. I have nothing. My spells are all like support.
No.
Okay, so let me see here. Are there any plants? I mean, we're in a building, but I didn't think so.
Nope. Unfortunately,
Okay.
not in his building. There wouldn't be plants.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know if there's plants, like,
No.
if we've seen any plants, like, even in the city, like, at all.
Only back where the Murielians were, and they had their own. type of
Yeah. I figured we saw stuff there, but, like, I'm pretty sure there's no plants, like, anywhere even close to here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna try a thing.
Okay.
I'm going to switch wild shape
Mm-hmm.
into a rhinoceros,
Okay.
and I'm going to attempt to knock him back as far as I can without going into the lava too much.
Okay, so you can't. So we'll try something else. You can't hit him without getting engulfed in lava at this point. But you might want to take a page out of Show's book. I like what you're going after. You could try to like knock down above him rubble and stuff to buy time. He's in
Okay.
the entrance, and so you could try and break more of his castle down on top of him. That's
in
an
that case,
option.
Can I stay a snake then?
Yeah, I guess if the snakes can do the same thing, sure.
Well, I mean, the snake, it's a giant constrictor snake,
Yeah.
so I'm thinking it can, like, wrap around some supports and take them out.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Let's go for
Like,
that.
wrap around it and then...
Strength check.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Use your power.
As Ganu goes over to some pillars and starts twisting around the two front ones and starts pulling them out as fast as possible.
Okay. 19.
They come undone and collapse down on Orzerek, and you have bought your team some needed time. As the entire front of his castle begins to collapse and mirrors start melting into him, shattering everywhere. No reflection. To the naked eye. To you, Faith, you can see almost like when they shatter, for a second they take an image of a plane of existence and it disappears and then gets cut off. It's like it's severing planes of existence.
Oh my god.
Joe! You're up, buddy.
Are thunder damage and lightning damage the same thing?
Or thunder
Um,
damage, lightning damage. They aren't technically rules as written. But 5e says that, but Reed says go with your heart.
Trust
Yeah.
your heart.
I'm gonna cast Booming Blade on my Kusarigama and smack at the purple one.
It resonates and the light shines in onto the mirror as 4 beams are on the mirror, 1 beam to go, as you can start to see an image being formed inside the mirror. Opaque, just like the mirror that you guys entered into when you first came into Mirror World. Back from Mirror World. Layer action. Iki and the 3 Valkyries take point as oh shit, wait, I didn't even...
Where's Brian?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, Brian. Like, she could probably do radiant damage. I just thought about that. She's totally gonna do it on her turn because she can.
Nailed it.
But the others are beginning their last stand as you see Iki's like, okay, hello, I know you're not doing so hot right now, but like, daddy fucking needs ya, so help move.
Fucking oof.
Oh!
Did he roll?
That is a divine intervention. That is, because
Let's go.
that's his
Yeah,
level.
he doesn't even
You're
even
right.
need to roll.
Technically, you're right because he's high enough, but
He's level 20, it just works.
Now it super works.
Brian goes over to where that is supposed to be, and you see her use an ethereal blade forms in her hands, and she cuts through. And as it does, the last beam hits, and it forms, and the window opens. And you see her go, "Everybody through!" As in the blade disappears, kind of like Skyrim style, you know, with the when they summon weapons and stuff. That was the type of shit she's doing. Very
Ooh,
astral.
love it. Love it.
She summons them like Margit.
The entire castle with that divine intervention shoots up into ice, and an entire ice wall forms all around the inner sanctum here. That divine intervention buys you guys around. What are you doing?
Easy. Get in the mirror!
What do you
Get in the
want?
fucking mirror!
Everybody sprints into the mirror.
Before
Yeah,
I
yeah.
go,
Yeah, you want to loot the place? Let's go.
I would like to look Orzerek in his flaming, tumultuous eyes. And
Remember, ice
I'll-
walls and shit, so you're barely seeing it through the layers as he's trying to burst through, get in here.
I'm going to whisper dissonant waves into his ears and just let him know, you're never leaving here. And I'm casting it at first level.
Actually, how far can we still reach Sly's body? I should say.
It is underneath there, sure. It's pretty obliterated, but yeah.
I just want to know if I can grab anything of sentimental value.
No, that's gone. Like, the corpse was there for a revive spell, but he burned everything in a moment, in an instant.
Tragic. All right. Never
So is
mind.
everybody going through the mirror?
Yeah.
Can I grab
Yeah.
his corpse and make it through the mirror still?
No,
Or-
no,
There is no corpse. There's nothing.
basically
It's just
nothing.
gone.
Yeah.
Damn it.
You guys all jump through
I
the
want to
mirror.
grab a few of my daggers then. if
Yeah,
I
that's
can.
fine. And you guys are able to. Everybody's sprinting through. Faith is looking at her fucking brother picking up daggers.
I
going
bonus action Misty Step, and she's like, "Where the fuck did he go?"
Just like, you're not doing this right now. Leave the daggers.
It's like, look how much it helped us before. What if,
It's a
what if
fucking
it happens
portal.
again? What if it happens again?
I will push him.
All of you go through the portal, and that is where we'll take our break.
Brutal.
That was a lot.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back. As you guys travel through the mirror, everybody runs through, crashes through. Orzerek is trapped within the mirror dimension still. Set off into a horrible rage. Tara turns towards Dessa and goes, I'm so sorry. And Dessa's just like, I should have been strong. And Herjin goes, we're lucky we made it out as it is. That's the god of obliteration. In my time, no one got to walk away from it. Just about nobody. Iki is just on the ground and just drinking health potions, one after the other, just drinking it, throwing it behind him, another one. Millie is collapsed on her knees in the ground. Brine is wide-eyed and still ready right now on her toes. As she took not as well, she did take a bunch of damage actually. So she's damaged to a degree. But looking around right now, your group is taking it in as best they can. Taru, with his markings of madness and green eyes, are he is shuddering in fear right now from what just occurred. Brine is the first to go. Where are we? Where did we end up? As you guys look around, you find yourself inside another castle, coming outside a mirror. It is an incredible display that has a multitude of cages set up like pens that have humans lined inside them in all different races. There are individuals all around you guys in plate armor with the Altar of Shadows logo on their chests.
Awesome.
You see a vampire, a tight-skinned individual, pointy ears, look towards your group and go, can I help you?
I whisper something into Brian's ear.
Yes.
All right. Do I recognize the logo?
What's that?
Do I recognize the emblem?
Oh, absolutely. You're all very
Right.
familiar with the Altar of Shadows
Great,
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to whisper, it seems we've stumbled upon the Altar of Shadows. Don't know if you know about them, but they're a vampire group that we've had conflict with in the past.
As have I. These fuckheads helped Escott fight me many years ago.
Scott Grandier?
Yes. She looks to the side at you.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I know his name, but I'll just say like Escott and like I'll try to
Yeah.
describe the guy that we saw because he did say his name, right?
Yeah.
He did.
Okay, great.
You see her confused. He's like, excuse me. I'm talking to you.
So,
We're gonna kill you if you don't.
No,
so
you're not
yeah,
familiar with the mirror dimensions, and we've been using it to get and the river town. You're not familiar.
And then all of a sudden, an individual walks by and pushes this one to the side, and you see him go, "It's all right, I've got this." As you see this blonde hair, blue-eyed, noble-looking vampire walking towards the group.
Great.
Killian Harkin, before you. What are you doing inside my humble abode using my mirrors? Uninvited. You...
Wasn't intentional. We were running from something very, very, very powerful.
Hmm.
And only one exit appeared, and it just kind of dropped us here.
Is the song's not looping?
No.
It sound like
I
it.
don't hear anything.
All right, well, let's do the Twilight. We got Vampire Boys. Played it recently. Where are you?
Unless that mirror did some funny shit, there's still a giant snake.
There is. There is. You're right, my man.
3 Valkyries and a bunch of randomness comes through a mirror, and these vampires are just like,
Very damaged individuals. Very, very damaged.
We can still take it.
Spoken like true main characters.
I will not comment on that.
Hunter has learned his lesson.
No.
Or
yes,
the
no.
lesson.
There's another reason.
Oh, okay.
He has secret knowledge.
I see. He's got brain.
Iki sits up. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. You know,
How many of us are there?
there are 3 Valkyries, all severely injured. Iki severely injured. Brine, mildly injured. Millie, devastated emotionally and mildly injured. Your group, so that's 5 more, so we're at 6, 11 total. Taru, who is a normal human who doesn't fight, so fucking useless.
He's not useless. He's a human with values. Gosh.
And I believe everybody else is dead.
Do him like that.
Unless, is there anybody else? Let me double check my NPC list. I lost 5.
I think that's all of us.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts me too. I know it's a game. This is how stories have to go. This is how it has to be. Otherwise, it's not fun and it's lame. Okay.
We would very much not like. We would very much like to be home. Honestly,
Yeah.
we just happened. Like we had no control over it.
Yeah. Well, that's terrible. Terrible news and unfortunate. It seems like you just had the worst bit of luck to show up here unannounced and, I mean, spoil all the fun we're having here. I can't have that at all.
While they're talking, I'm just gonna walk behind Ganu,
The giant
grab
snake.
the pure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. He's a giant snake, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yep.
But I will talk to him,
Okay.
and in his little snake holes, which are ears,
Yep.
I'm gonna whisper to him. You know that Valkyrie doesn't have a weapon. Maybe you should hand her that sword that destroys vampires.
I'm gonna like be backing up slowly towards where the Valkyries are and like putting myself comfortably in between all of them. I'm just gonna be like casually reaching out and patting them in an encouraging way, casting Cure Wounds on 2 of them.
Yep. You see Iki get in the center, and he starts just talking shit, but you're noticing an AoE of healing going between everybody right now, so everybody is gains 5 HP, as Iki's just like, your abode? Oh! Yo, you couldn't even tell! It's like a pigsty in here with all the cages! You're treating them like animals! They do make for good cattle, I do say, so, I mean, you're not far off. You can join them if you want, you smelly, dirty old man.
I'm sorry for our friend. His manners are quite lacking.
He's senile.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, real senile. Yeah, saving your asses all day long, and I'm real senile. Senile enough to not have any of my fucking spell slots left, that's for sure.
You hear this stuff? It's just crazy talk.
Yeah, you're a babbling madman. We don't need that, so why don't you just disappear, old man? And he casts Power Word Kill at Iki.
Oh,
And
counterspell!
Iki fucking counterspells it.
Okay, good.
Iki blows his counterspell, which is 9th level now that we're back in the real world. And you see him immediately go like, "Oh, so you're bullshitting me." And you see Iki like, fuck it! Initiative time.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man.
We're fine. We're fine.
We're not
number
fine,
one.
guys.
These guys are bitches.
Initiative number 1.
Wait. Hey, that's pretty good.
As Iki lunges forward, he tells the group, "Fire! Make lots of fire!"
Oh, it's flaming spear time, boys.
So
yeah.
you can tell me that I have to wait, but I would. While all that commotion was going on with
Yeah.
Iki, I wanted to do something.
Go ahead. You can. He was stalling, so...
Okay. I wanted to drop Wild Shape and get the vampire murder sword to the Valkyrie that is missing a sword.
Angel, you give it over to Hergrin.
Right.
Hergin.
Yeah.
Are we level
Urgent.
5 still, or are
Right.
we level 6 now that we're
You
outside?
are... Okay, I didn't want to do it immediately, but you
I have to ask
are...
'cause we're in combat now.
So yes, so
Actually
you guys
leveled up.
came back, so you're back to your normal level, and you
Yep.
leveled up in Mirror World, so you're
Yes.
a level up there already, and surviving Orzerek, you've leveled up
I see,
as well.
I see.
We gained 2 levels.
Since you went into Mirror World.
Shit.
So what are you guys at now?
What?
So we
So
would be
2
going
from
from level
6?
6 to level 8, right?
Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
Fuck.
Gives me a
So
lot of
These
you
guys.
don't
Whoa.
gain your health back, but you have access to the spell slots and abilities quick. Don't go through your sheets right now, though. Don't fucking...
Gonna bother. It's not even
Level
worth it.
8. Guys, level 8 is big.
I have too many spell decisions to make. It's not worth it.
Spells don't matter.
You're a druid. They don't matter.
Spells matter.
No, I'm
Spells
talking
matter.
about. I'm just joking.
Oh,
I'm joking.
okay.
No, I'm just joking around because level 8, I gain fly speed.
I take everything back.
Hmm.
Everybody but him. Everybody but him.
He says, emotional damage. Yeah,
Yep.
Here we
a
go.
lot of that right now.
Iki lunges forward and shoves another spell at the individual who then he counterspells, and you see he begins floating above. The Valkyrie's wings come out and they just rush toward. Vampires descend. There are hundreds immediately around you and thousands above. You guys are in the middle of the worst place ever. This is the stronghold of the Altar of Shadows.
What a place to be dropped off of.
You get the sense that Killian Harkin was using that mirror world to his advantage and potentially was in some sort of deal with Orzerek, and maybe something happened. Something with Riverrun. There is a connection there to be investigated later.
After we kill them all, yeah.
If you survive. All right, so group initiative order. Matthias, you're up first. What are you doing? Inside the room, you guys are at a raised area. Below down are cages where you can see people lined, hundreds and hundreds of people that are being slowly on a IV drip to, and they're gathering blood. It's basically, this is just the cattle for feeding all the vampires of the Altar of Shadows.
Okay.
Up top are all these different vampires that are hanging from the ceiling and now falling down, just like back in within the shadows, within the Gothic temple that was underneath Tendorf. Around you are tables and a multitude of torches that all look like the Altar of Shadows symbologies, the stuff that you've been seeing. They're all lit blue at the moment, all around the group. The fireplaces inside here, two of them are not lit. There are tables and festives and foods and wine cabinets. The place is extravagant and excessive. There's drapes and rugs, and everything is golds and reds. Literally gold is all around the place. What do you want to do?
Okay, alright, okay.
And this is angled, so it's again stairs down to the caged people down there. You guys are up on a much larger platform that leads deeper into the castle. You're basically in the heart of the Altar of Shadows castle.
Fuck, dude. Okay, so I'm whipping out all 10 of my torches from my backpack.
Yeah.
And casting pyrotechnics.
Oh!
To light them all on fire.
Okay.
And create a dazzling display of very bright light. I don't know if this... each creature within 10 feet of the target must save on a con save or become blinded until next turn. So vampires around me, please make Constitution saving throws.
Dude, you're fucking dope. Okay, so Killian saves, and another one vampire saves. The generic masses... You fucking blind all the ones that are within range. They fail miserably, and poetically, as the red fire explodes out on these, you see there's just shielding back as they are vulnerable to light. To a degree, they don't explode in light. That would be ridiculous. Autumn has gotten such ridiculous legends out of your guys' heads. You know how this works, but it certainly does help weaken them.
Definitely. Okay, that's my action. I'm going to... Bonus action hide.
You can't.
Swivel between legs. I'm small. I can hide.
You can hide behind a person.
I can hide behind people, yes.
You can, but you're completely surrounded, so go ahead and roll for it, but yeah, you're doing the hide action,
fair.
but...
Yeah, I only rolled a 16. That's not going to fly on this one.
Next up is... where are we? Faith? One stress to the next stress. I had a lot planned for you guys. This was a big one.
All right. Fucking Hail Mary time.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out the communication stone to Ashella Azurin.
Yes.
I'm gonna activate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say, we need to pick up quick. We're in a lot of trouble. Bad things have happened. We need more teleporters, please.
Okay.
And that is my action.
Okay.
I don't really have much for a bonus action, so I'm just gonna telekinetic shove a single vampire, just push him away 5 feet.
Yep. Just a plethora of black razors, just almost like would be the fur on bats, but instead are razor sharp and pins, start forming all around the group and just cut through everybody as Killian waves his hands as he begins floating up, this misting cape behind him. Everybody give me Constitution saving throws.
Oh boy. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Save!
Total 20.
Total 20.
Save!
16.
Fail. Save! I'm waiting on one more, I believe. Who did I hear?
I thought we all said it.
Okay, everybody said it? Okay, cool. So everybody above 15 for this. You take half of 30 points of slashing damage.
Cool. Ow.
I'm unconscious.
Show immediately gets filled full of these pines and daggers in him. They fill up and show you to the ground. Who has a higher dex? Ganu or Show?
I'm on 16.
14.
Death saving throw. Show.
I died.
One failure?
18.
No, shut
Let's
the
go.
fuck up. You're the worst. Ganu, your turn.
Okay.
There are so many options now.
Oh, no, there's only one option.
Oh?
Oh boy.
It's level 8. There's
Yeah.
only one
Okay,
option.
We all know
okay.
what he's doing.
What are you doing?
I'm turning into a giant eagle.
Yeah.
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 In this moment of dire need, you pray upon your God and you ask for the strength in this moment. In Ganu, the world talks back as you channel into a giant eagle.
Yes. Giant golden eagle.
What do you do, giant golden eagle boy?
All right. I'm going to. That's a bonus action.
Yep.
And then I'll fly at the vampire guy
Mm-hmm.
and multi-attack him.
Go for it.
So I get a beak
Yep.
and I get a talon attack. And I'm about to do something really fun.
I don't believe you.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. You're gonna hate it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You might not care that much, but I think it's gonna be fun.
Yep.
Because I have a fly feet of 80 with the eagle, but I have mobile, so that makes it 90. So the eagle has 90 feet of movement.
Okay.
That's fast. That's as
Yeah.
fast as a dragon.
Yeah, that's the giant eagle, man. All right, so I'll
Jeez.
start with the talons because
Go
that
for it.
that makes more sense to me.
Yep.
Coming in for the attack. Ooh, not great. 13.
Does not hit.
Okay.
It goes right through his mist, and as you attack through the mist, you feel 5 points of your HP drain into him.
Oh fuck. 5.
Yep.
Okay, that sucks. 18.
Doesn't hit. You feel 5 more points of your health drain into him.
Okay. That wasn't fun. Need to reevaluate my life.
Birds, birds!
And I'll fly away.
You got
up
it.
into the sky.
Okay. As you fly away, you see Virgin drive your silver sword right into his chest with the war cry, and immediately his form goes from noble to I'll show you the commission.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Oh, so the cool thing is because number one, the eagle has a ton of movement and can fly, and I have mobile, so if I attack, there's no opportunity attacks, so I can just fucking dive bomb and fly away and just keep doing that.
Yeah, I know that dumbass owl seems to do that awful lot in this campaign.
I just realized how mobile makes the eagle awesome.
Yeah, mobile is great.
Mobile's fun.
Character images.
But unfortunately,
Unlock.
he's very strong and damages by just being near him, so that ruined everything.
You ruined my moment.
Yo, this guy's spooky as shit. What?
That is
Yeah,
I
Killian.
wasn't
Yeah,
ready to
he
play
is.
Castlevania tonight.
He's a very spooky guy.
Holy.
The main
Ooh, yeah.
antagonist of the live stream
6, 7.
campaign.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yes.
So what happens here if we murk him?
Different time, I think.
different
They're
different
separate.
games.
Yeah, they're separate worlds.
You
Oh,
can
so-
count
oh.
on never running into the other group and me running 2 groups again.
Wait, I
Ever.
want to meet. Meet
Cool.
Mahalo. What's his name?
Which
Mahua.
one?
Mahua.
Mahua? Yeah. They exist in this world. You've run into characters from their game already.
Oh shit.
Cool.
But no one picked up on it, so it was great.
Oh, so know what's happening?
What?
What's his name? Shit, I wrote it down a while ago. The cool vampire going someplace warm definitely found some island somewhere where Mahua is selling coconuts, and now they work. They work the coconut bar together.
We'll have to see. Right. So, there you go. You've now phase 2, Killian Harkin, as the sword goes in, and he immediately starts sucking life from all the Valkyries around him, and Iki Iki, who's just like, I have had a terrible day, and gotta stop it. Millie gets up and just starts shooting fireballs everywhere. She does a fireball that just explodes. Iki said to create fire, so she's creating fire.
I cast fireball.
Yes, fireball.
And Firth, your turn.
As a bonus action, I am going to use Spirit Shroud and call Radiant Damage. Then I'm going to walk up to Killian, and I'm going to take 2 attacks at him.
He is flying.
How far up?
10 feet off the ground.
Can I jump and attack him?
Yeah.
Okay, I will do that then.
Cool.
21 to hit.
21 does not hit. No, it doesn't. Nope.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Do you have a bardic inspiration still?
That's a no.
So.
That's a no
I
if I ever
I rolled
heard
a 1 on it. I rolled a 1 on it.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, it's very, very good. But I'm just going to attack
you also lose 5 points of HP as you attack him.
Yeah, that's 18.
Oh, 10. He's in the second form. You lose 10 points of HP now.
Yeah.
And that's going to miss, and you're going to lose 10 points as well.
Mm-hmm.
You get the sense that his armor is incredible. You can see there's blood magic woven into his armor.
That is my turn.
You got it. Layer action. A mist begins to form very similar to what happened with Mr. Gale inside this area, as all the vampires are still coming closer and closer from the ceiling. Some of the fires, though, are helping with the illumination, even though it's sort of it's being weird and the mist isn't quite catching so far. The mist is coming in, and it has obscured everything except where you guys are, and next round will fully engulf where everybody is. You no longer can see the ceiling above, the cage is below, the mist is slowly coming in. Matthias, top of the order, what are you doing?
All right. So, noticing that the life is draining from everybody who's getting near him, I'm not going to get near him. I am instead going to cast heat metal on his armor.
Ooh, a classic bane of mine.
Yes.
Funny thing, not metal.
Really?
Ouch.
Blood magic!
Fuck. Knowledge gained.
But is there not iron in his blood?
As material science sits down. You want to play this game, Reed, you little bitch? Let's have a day. Let's have a day.
All right.
What are we considering metals right now? Well, this is magic, purposely made so that spell doesn't work, because he's a smart vampire. And that shit has absolutely happened before in his lifetime.
All right. I'm going to look at Faith and say, well, shit, that didn't work, but I trust that you will do much better than I did, and I'm going to give you magical inspiration.
What are you doing with your torches?
Fuck. I didn't think about that. Does anyone not have a torch? Does anyone not have a torch?
Everybody.
Well, I don't have one on me. Like,
Nobody has a torch
but I don't
on
have
you, but
lit one, yeah.
I have one
I have 10.
on me, but I'm not a human.
Oh,
or
to
I'm
also
not a
state,
human.
when the fireballs are going off, the blue lights of the torches around you began turning orange off Millie's fireball and some of the other fire stuff. There are still 7 that have not been turned.
Cool. Can I use my movement to just like
I can say you can use your
clump of
action. The thing
torches?
immediately failed, so you know, like, the heat metal didn't work. You can still try and
Right.
chuck some torches. Give me a roll to try and chuck
Oh, I'm not
torches.
chucking torches. I'm trying to light the rest of the torches that are in here.
They are fucking high on the walls.
Well,
You're a
fine,
midget.
then. Were there were yeah, I'm gonna chuck one to Ganu. Yeah,
Okay.
'cause that's a very smart idea.
Go for it.
Okay, what do you need me to roll?
This is going to be an athletics check, and Ganu, give me a dexterity check.
Sure.
Athletics, you say?
Bill.
Well, shit. All right. Oh, natural 20.
Whoa! Fucking clutch!
I think like at least 5. At least 5 torches.
16. I'm a big eater, and I got two talons.
Cinematic. Beautifully catch every torch thrown up into the air from Matthias as you zip on by, catching these torches. Faith, what are you doing?
Can I give off a majestic eagle cry while
Absolutely.
I catch them?
As it echoes throughout this chamber.
Oh.
What do you got, Faith?
Yours is the D8 inspiration, right?
That I gave you today?
No,
No.
D20.
Matthias.
Oh,
D20.
mine. Oh, is it a D8 now? I don't know. Let me see.
What is your inspiration? Because that makes a difference.
It is a D6 right now. My character sheet is saying.
Okay. Still fine. Fuck it. I'm gonna action channel a guiding bolt at Mr. Big Vampire Boy.
Okay.
Ooh, baby.
What do you got?
That's a 28.
That hits.
Yeah. If he bleeds, we can kill it.
So that is going to be, ooh, that's a decent roll. 24
Nice.
radiant damage.
Beautiful,
That
which is
strikes them.
extra effective against Killian. As it explodes out onto him, this is an opportunity where the two other, Terra and Dessa taking her rage and grief out, both
Also
cut
lit up
into him.
with advantage.
Oh, they go in on him as then Iki comes down with a powerful ice spell, cutting down the stairs that splits the fog down the stairs where the cages were, and you just see a multitude of vampires instantly insta-frozen and shattered as they're going down in this fight. I need everybody to give me dex saving throws as the vampires all collapse down onto everybody now.
I fail.
I will say, as part of my turn,
Yeah,
Oh wait.
it's at the end of her turn.
yes, because we leveled up, I get 2 extra points. So 2 points of healing light into show. So you heal for
Yay. I heal for how much?
6.
Thank you.
Nice.
I've been looking at spells this whole time.
I've
So
come
what's-
back with
what's
new
happening?
knowledge from the other side, or from my dreams.
For my dreams, yeah.
I'm pretty high up.
Yeah,
Am I part of this?
absolutely. They're coming from the
Oh.
ceiling.
They're
So,
from the
yes,
ceiling. Okay.
yes.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, and the fog obscured them, so they're now coming all through the
Okay.
fog onto you guys.
Okay. I need my
excuse me.
inspiration for this one.
So now, what is your dex saving throws?
This is a 14.
Okay,
I rolled bad.
There we go. Okay.
1.
fail,
That-
Dex.
fail,
13.
fail,
Damn.
save. Not you. You save at 13. 10 failed.
Oh yes.
So, everybody takes 15 points of slashing damage as the vampires come down, and it's multiples. Like, use that the people that failed, 2 or 3 fell down and cutting and slashing into you immediately, biting into your neck. It is just a swarm of feeding frenzy immediately. Ganu, they get onto your back and they start scratching at you. Immediately, you're turning them off. You're hitting them with your wings. Your talons come up and rip at them, throw them to the side. The group is bleeding. Taru is completely surrounded and getting cut. Millie had a vampire bite right into her neck, and she seizes up a bit.
I'm unconscious again.
Show immediately goes back down. Millie's gonna
So
cast another fireball, and
Is it
as
15 if you failed?
no, if you, yeah, if you failed, if you saved, nothing. You missed.
Oh, it's nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
Nice.
Amazing.
One of those high risk, high reward ones.
Awesome. Okay. Cool.
Millie,
Oh.
like being dragged away, fireballs, slams into another section of the wall. 3 more torches are on. 4 torches remain not turned. The floor is igniting, and you can see Ikiki has now turned and comes back, and he smacks into the ground, and he's starting to make some sort of rune into the ground. Ganu, what are you doing?
I'm lighting as many torches as I can.
With your movement,
A lot of movement.
all of them can be lit.
Yeah. Just do it.
As they turn on. Actually, Iki gets within range of show. You heal 5 points. Everybody heals 5 points because he's come back.
Yay!
Oh, amazing.
I'm alive again.
And you see Iki go slam his staff into the ground. It indents. Vampires everywhere. Mist abound. And I need to change the music.
Iki in the no good, very bad day.
Oh man, I had that book. What was the guy's name? It doesn't matter.
Oh shit. What's going on?
The ground quakes, swells as the fires explode outwards. The fog dissipates immediately. In the center, everybody, Iki takes a few steps back. You guys turn in the middle as an explosion of light shoots through the middle here. As it begins to dim, the fires of all those torches lick up the walls and explode outwards. The vampires are caught off guard as this towering figure appears in the center. You then see a massive buster-like sword hit the ground. And you hear, "By Pyroc's word, I will finish what was dared to be stolen from my people.
Fuck.
Shit,
So
it's him!
many years ago. You will know the judgment of Pyrock."
Let's go.
Before you stands the flaming, armored figure of the Minotaur Herald known as Charnook.
Oh,
He's back, baby!
The walls explode with fire, and you see Charnook wielding the orb of eternal harmony fire inside his hand. With one grasp of its energy, the judgment of Pyrock is dispensed throughout the altar of shadows. A healing wildfire, cleansing the earth of the altar of shadows sickness. Over 350 plus years of evil erased by the judgment of Pyrock.
One way to take care of it.
Could have done that 349 years ago. Yeah.
I was like, don't fuck it up, guy.
oh man, that was so easy. Just wiped him out.
As the fires begin to simmer down, the vampires obliterated, the cages melted, the people now free. Before your lot is the Herald Charnook. I heard your call. Fucking good. Okay, we're fucking done here. Oh, that was my last spell. You know what this means now, don't you? I mean, immediately? Like, that's it? Pyrock's word is law. Like, 10 minutes. Can we get, like, 10 minutes?
What is he talking about, Iki?
My final mission on this plane was to exterminate those threats to the orbs of eternal harmony. This was the last bastion of threat to my people. And it is over. Now, Pyrock demands my service in the kiln of the next life. As he goes to take off his armor, you see Ikiki, like 10 minutes! 10 minutes! I'm asking for 10 minutes! I could do 10 minutes.
Aww.
we now have the floor with the Herald Charnook and everyone who has survived this encounter. I am going to change the music to something a little more chill.
I want to like hand the guy a drink.
Right.
We have plenty of alcohol.
Gotta remember the Charnook voice. Let me play this. I believe this is the... As it begins to calm down and a multitude of the vampires, many of which are running away, the altar shadows and Killian obliterated by the orb of eternal harmony. Charnook helps Iki up to his feet. The Valkyries come over and you see Charnook go, "Oh, I didn't get as much use out of this as I wanted, but probably serve the others better," as he hands over a book to Iki and goes, I was waiting in 40 years or so. That'll be good again. Thank you. Did you learn any cool new tricks? Actually, I did. Want to share any of them? No. You can win this time. I'll let you win this time. You see Charnook look, and it's like, I see familiar faces and new faces and missing faces. What is it that has happened on this day? I mean, you probably wouldn't believe me if I told you, but he gives a look and he's like, all we've been through. Okay. Yeah, so basically battled another god, and that didn't go so hot. We were exploring all sorts of issues, Skybreaker and stuff. What's that? Nothing. No, don't worry about that stuff. You're leaving in 10 minutes. It's not your problem now. But yeah, it's a mess. I was working on it, and it's out of hand now. So I'm basically, what are we gonna do? It's just gonna. I did the best I could for as long as I could. Yeah, that still didn't summarize what's going on, Iki. And people begin to fill Charnook in. Do you guys want to do anything right now? As Iki gives off mass healings, and everybody will return to full health. Yeah, everybody will return to full health.
So,
from the healing that's going to on-go right now. You're still John Eagle.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
That's important.
Yep.
So, first off, Gainer's going to be paying attention, but then gets impatient and wants to fly around more. Goes and flies around, then he's like, oh, I should probably pay attention and come down. And pays attention for a bit, and then he's just like, oh, I just want to fly, and goes fly around some more. And then he's like, oh, I should really be paying attention. And he just goes back and forth a couple times.
Beautiful.
Do I know any traditional Minotaurian greetings?
No, not really. They're not really on
Tragic.
this side of the world, yeah.
Can I ask him to teach me one?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Would you be willing to impart a little bit of the ways of your culture before you go, Charnook?
I would love to. You wouldn't believe how hard it is to get people to take any interest in Pyrock. Come here.
I'll take anything that you're willing to give.
And Zach, you can tell Show whatever you want as your traditional greeting for Charnook.
All right. The traditional greeting for the tribe of Minotaur that Charnook is a part of is the forearm clasp, but then a violent headbutt. It is disrespectful to not go as hard as you can.
Yeah.
But Charnook,
Yes.
knowing the power of a herald, knows he can no longer do that, and is one of his great shames, and cannot wait to take his armor off so he can perform the proper greetings.
die. God, being alive forever is so lame.
Yeah, I'd be delighted to send you off with this. Thank you.
As you give him a standard greeting as he returns it gently, but you can just feel the heat he exerts on his entire body in this room. Remnants of a little bit of Orzerek, so don't know how to process that trauma. This is a good memory. The other one was a bad memory.
Curious.
You
Take a
all
go with
are
that.
basically seeing the saint, equivalent of Saints Row apostle in front of you right now with Charnook. So anything you guys want to do or say is up to you. You can still talk to the other NPCs.
So the show does the handshake with him?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm probably flying around when I see that. I immediately fly down,
Yeah.
change into a Goliath, and say, "Me next, me next."
Whoa.
Guys,
Charnook,
guys, I just
absolutely
touched a
loving it.
herald.
He goes a little too hard at your excitement because he is echoing your excitement.
That's fine.
Knocks
That's fine.
you straight
I'm going
unconscious
hard too.
immediately.
What happens?
There's no roll. He knocks you out
unconscious.
immediately as you knock heads. He's like, oh no, oh, Iki. And Iki's just like, I'm so tapped. And Tara's like, I got it. And brings you back to consciousness. He nearly completely straight out killed you with the headbutt.
Yes, that was awesome.
All right. Oh, see, it seems like a good lot. Cultured, interested. Does anybody want to learn how to make a drink?
Yeah, actually, I was just gonna ask that.
Teach us all?
If I remember, there's something about you being a tavern owner. Is that right?
Do you just carry it around with you everywhere?
No. But I can teach you how to do it. So
I got this thing, Mr. Harold, sir.
Chardu.
Right. And I'll pull out the carbonated water that I got from the mirror world.
Yeah.
Say, you see, I got this here, and then I'll pull out one of the pouches of herb.
Yeah.
Say, these are rare oddities. You want to see what you can make with them?
I do. And Charnook starts making a concoction, and
If he doesn't have alcohol, I have the gin.
Oh my goodness.
he can't have alcohol on his person because it explodes. So this is an issue
Right.
that he's been dealing with.
So
for a while.
sad.
No, don't worry. No, he's got a whole setup. He's got a setup. Don't worry. But when he's in Herald mode,
It's a really long twisty straw.
he's got his own place where he's like literally like basically instead of hotboxing, he ice boxes himself as he's making his drinks and everything inside the labyrinth, and then back
Really
to the labyrinth.
changes the meaning to having a cold one with the boys.
You come over with the drink. He's like, "Oh, perfect," and he starts making something. He makes a drink and he goes, "I call this one the Pyrox Special, and we'll say this is Charnook's gift." As he puts these bottles down, yeah,
I take them.
okay,
I smell it.
smells good. They all smell excellent.
Pour a little tiny. I have like these pouches of herbs, so I'm just gonna like pour one out and fill it
Mhm.
and give it around to everybody. Give it a little taste.
I was hoping you would.
I'll taste it first. So.
After the session, all of you gain 1 feat, courtesy of Charnook. You get a free feat.
Whoa!
Shit.
I am magic.
I am
What
magic.
do you think of the concoction? It is the greatest thing I've ever
Literally.
tasted.
I
Thought
feel
it
like
was
the best
Ah,
thing
it's
I
I've
can
ever
amazing.
suddenly remember more than I ever used to.
it's,
Oh no!
I have those effects on people, and it also helps when you have orbs of magical godlike power to help imbue your ales. I normally don't get to use this when I make things so special occasion. You see, Kiki, wait a fucking minute, as in the background. You can't do that. 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes.
He's doing everything. Okay. Ooh. So, you're leaving in 8 minutes, right?
Yes.
All right. 8-minute bucket list. Is there anything you want to do?
I've had a lot of time to do just about everything I've ever wanted to do.
I imagine you did, but like
I want to see
any
my friends
last
again,
minute like things. Oh yeah,
but that's impossible, which
it's a tough one.
hurts.
Well, would it make you feel better?
Jesus, could you down the mood some more?
Would it make you feel better if I
Make
said
new
I could be
friends.
your new friend?
I'd like that. I'd like that if you were all my friends, including you, Miss Angel Woman. You look strong. How are you? Herjin, good to meet you. I bet. Another Valkyrie. This is
Yo,
Pretty cool.
wild when one of your characters is actually stronger than a Valkyrie at any given moment.
Wow. It's insane.
Beat myself a little bit for this because I want to interact with him, but there's gonna be a moment before Annifirth walked over to him.
yeah.
Faith kind of just like slowly walked by, just kind of squeezed his hand for a moment, just
Mhm.
like trying, just like a moment of like connection,
Yeah.
and then continued walking, summoned Birdie, and then just sat down with Millie and just head on shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Just
trust me,
like-
that's next on the list, dude.
And see, he goes over and kneels down to Millie, and looks at her eyes as she comes up, bloodshot, just tears, sadness. I know the eyes of grief well. I'm sorry for your loss. Iki, isn't there something you can do? Are you shitting me? You have no idea the things I did today. And it's... And he puts his hand out and he grabs her hands. He's like, we can't fix the way fate affects us. We can't fix the way time marches on. But we can choose what to do next. And I'd like to try to ease your burden as best as possible. And some sort of energy from Charner goes towards Millie. And the horrible, painful grief she's feeling is not gone, but something is in there that the loss of her friends was not in vain for what they have gained today. Not only meeting a herald, not only defeating the Altar of Shadows, but for Encryption's mission, they have pushed new boundaries that answers of questions that people never thought possible. And he lifts it and leaves Millie to grieve as Ashella Azurin teleports in with her cleric friend and a bunch of fucking wizards and a small group of people as she comes into the group and she's like, Charnook? Ashella, good to see you. Come to see me off. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? And there is a mass of confusion, and he's just like, come here, you little rascal, you. And she's like, don't you fucking touch me.
So cute. He would have known her when she was a baby.
Oh, look at you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'll still banish you, and I'll still come back. And she goes over to Faith, and she's like, are you all right? What's going on? And she sees Millie, and that is occurring now.
I probably just like would wordlessly look at her and then just look at Millie and then just rest my head down.
Everybody else, what do you got?
What are the Valkyries doing?
They are regenerating at the moment because they got royally fucked up. So they're doing their best together, and it's just sort of the silence of just like licking their wounds in the sense of they feel like utter failures, they weren't able to come through. They weren't able to stop Orzerek, and the losses they feel are on their shoulders, and they didn't do their jobs as they would have wanted to. Brian is very confused seeing Shella show up and all the other people, and you see the other one, the Furbolg, be like, King of the North, good to see ya. You've been dearly missed. It's a shit show back home. Ulyrus is gonna have a nervous breakdown. Where you been? And you see Brian just give like a hi. I was,
Mirror World.
yeah, Mirror World. Ooh, probably not the best of ideas. All right, who has physical damage? I can't heal emotional damage. Ooh,
Read the room.
ooh. I couldn't really see it so much. The eyes were still adjusting. Oh, poor taste. Yes. He begins healing people.
I'd like to take out
Mm-hmm.
the the fire bananarang
Oh no.
and ask Charnook if he wants to play with it.
Oh, it's a banana.
But watch, and I throw it.
You know what? I don't think I need to go see Pyrock anymore. I think there's probably more to explore. As you can see, like the armor, shimmers a bit and pulsates a little bit. Oh, nope. Sounds like that's a no-go from God. Oh, okay. Sounds like I can't. Do you have fire rings in banana fire? Come here. As he's throwing it and instantly catching it. In this time of mourning, the Herald Charnook playing with his banana ring.
Hell yeah.
He's like, this is incredible.
Right? I had it made especially.
Use it in my stead. As he gives it in your hand. I want you to hurt so many people with this. Please.
I will do my bestest.
Oh, I feel so relieved. What's your hit die on that right now?
I think it was a D6.
It now does 2d12.
Oh fuck! Yes.
Charnook
I'm
made
so glad I did that.
It's I'm not. Charnook did some wonderful gifts of Pyrock. So you have an enchantment of Pyrock now on the banana ring.
Excellent.
The flaming banana ring.
A
A true D&D campaign.
This is a true D&D campaign. What was it? Blessing of Pyrock?
Yes. Oh, the armor feels heavier by the minute.
Is there a
He gets really
customary song?
Yeah, for my people, most certainly. Iki, would you do the honor? You see Iki begrudgingly. No! You can't go. It's like, Iki. He's like, I'm gonna miss you. And you see Charnook go, I'm gonna miss you too in our one-sided conversations. See Iki, like a little tear up in the eye.
Which one was doing the talking?
That's better.
They gotta take turns.
Yeah. And Iki
It's Thursday, today's spy day.
plays a beautiful tribal ballad of Charnook's people. Typically a song that would be played at funeral pyres. And you witness the herald taking off his armor as his body begins to fade. His fur goes from this dark, brilliant brown. Oh, it was brown? Just to double check. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To immediately white, gray all over. You see the wrinkles immediately age all over his face as he begins to take off his gauntlets. And underneath, you can see the robes that he has with the insignias on Pyrock all over him. And you can see almost a relief as the armor hits the ground. It just thuds in there, and then catches fire and burns, and then disappears once the fire dissipates. But it's still burning while he's here. And you see Pyrock, or Charnook. That feels good. Really freeing. He looks to Iki, then the Valkyries. Probably try that sometime. You know what, young ones? Come. I know the next generation when I see it. And he reaches his gigantic Minotaur hands out towards your group. What do you guys do?
Take one massive finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, go up there and let him put his hands over it.
Yeah.
I'll
See what he
stand.
wants to do.
I'll stand up. I'll pat Millie on the shoulder for a moment, and then I'll join.
Okay. All of you grip Charnook's hands as he looks to you. You can see, like, literally the fires in his eyes burning as you can feel the spirit of Pyrock pulling him away from this world. And he goes, I see good inside each and every one of you. One of my dearest friends would probably even say, the storm is with you all. Go do good in this world. You're surrounded by my friends, and I can see the justice you wish to do. You have my blessing. And with that, Charnook then fades away. You guys level up, and you all gain hero actions.
Whoa.
So many things!
What?
So level 9?
You are level 9.
Oh,
Charnook
what?
has given you
I
hero
haven't planned
actions.
this far in advance.
And you have feats.
So,
Too
so
much power at once.
Reed was getting
Reed
bored.
doesn't want to play anymore. Reed doesn't want low level anymore.
Not
he's
quite.
done
This was
with
just
it.
it was a lot of milestones. You guys kind of hit a lot of milestones,
We
and
did.
also like there was definitely an executive decision of like, no, I can't. I'm not doing 2 vampire campaigns.
I like how that was. I was like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be a big deal." Then it was just like, they're gone.
What does that mean? What does that mean? If I'm like, all this shit I prepared, nah, I'd rather use that for the fuckers on the live stream. You guys got better stuff. I want to get to the good stuff.
Hero actions are an item, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You can add it to your inventory.
They're like an artifact item.
You have regained your hero action items. I am going to redo the tables again, change it up a little bit.
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, that's fun.
I like that.
I just haven't
Yeah.
gotten to it yet with the laundry list of shit I need to do. But
Proficiency bonus stuff? Oh, yeah, it's coming together, baby.
so here we are. We have hit the end of a major chapter in campaign 2. Your characters have now gone from strangers to average adventurers to cunning adventurers to now heroes of sorts.
Hey.
You have now grappled with some of the greatest terrors and horrors of the world and done good. And as much as you guys didn't save everybody, sometimes you have to learn that lesson that you can't save everybody. And what you did do is save a lot of people. A lot of people. Alone, not letting the god of obliteration out of his plane was a huge win.
Pretty big win.
Our session is basically ended, so we can do whatever we want for the remainder of our time. I'm happy to roleplay with whatever else we want to do. Anything we want to talk about, narrative, story-wise. We have a nice little buffer cooldown because it was basically nonstop 10 out of 10 action the whole session.
Yeah.
No chill.
Yeah,
That was a lot.
It was out of the frying pan into the fire.
Literally.
Literally.
Jeez, dude.
Is
I just wanted to remind
no?
everybody.
I want stuff now.
What's up, Brian?
I just wanted to remind everybody because we got a bunch of shit. We leveled up a bunch and got the hero actions. We also get that extra feat
Yeah.
So don't forget, you get an extra feat.
Oh, I've been
We should
scrolling.
we should
doing
make
So-
that as
yeah.
like
So
we
that's
should make
why
that as like a
it's-
custom feat
it
thing.
feels like an
maybe.
explosion, but remember, like, you guys were leveling up properly through Mirror World, but it was holding you back, and so as soon as you came back,
Sure.
it was like everything hitting at once type of deal, in, like
Yeah.
the video game when you're
Yeah,
like,
no, I get it.
yeah.
I get
But
it.
it's also fun. You get that sometimes, where all of a sudden it's just like, ching, ching, ching.
Mirror World was an experience.
It sure was, and again, you could have ignored all of that for till really high level gameplay too. That was all optional,
Oh, we did it.
and it's not over yet either. You still didn't finish River Run.
Guys,
Oh,
Can you
God.
if
believe that?
we have to go. We have to go
That's so
back.
fun to go back to.
You
Oh,
can
I'm still
choose to.
there.
What was I
Autumn
gonna
is
say?
still there.
I'm still there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Autumn's still fucking there, so we
Guys,
kinda have to go.
guys, we're doing great.
Come
We're
back and she's gonna be like,
we-
"What the fuck?"
we we're all like ripped now. Walk in,
Talia
we're
has
all ripped.
expressed it has been 3 months.
Who?
Talia has expressed you've been missing for 3 months.
Shit.
That's
I
what
had
I
a
was
feeling.
gonna
I
ask.
had a feeling. I was like, we were definitely gone way longer than we thought.
Your mom's gonna kill you.
Oh no!
That's like turning the phone on, and all of a sudden the voicemails ting ting ting, 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 and all of a sudden
ting,
you have
ting,
140 just when it just stops.
Yeah, go ahead. I still gotta remember what I was gonna say.
Unplugged.
I was gonna say, I was gonna start walking up to some people.
Sure, let's do it.
Let's see. Where are they? Because I'm trying to go through and do my level up shit, because I got a lot.
Don't
of
do it
fucking
now. You can do it
things.
after. Don't do it now.
No, there's one thing I do want to do though.
Okay.
I walk up to. Let's see who's on this list. Okay, I'm gonna do Annafirth, Ganu, and let's do Show. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna open up a new page in my book, and I'm gonna ask for you to write your names down.
Oh.
Oh wait, actually,
I
I could do all 4 people.
I already have
Oh,
my name in
nice.
your book.
It's a different. No, it's a different
thing.
page.
It's a different thing. Yeah.
Different page.
Yeah.
Then-
Yeah.
Yes,
That
I
was
am.
in the other one as well.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
I
what's
can do
up.
all 4 of you guys actually, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
Cool.
So, I'll, as I've like gathered you up and you're writing names, this is a new thing. I was looking through my book. If any of you gets hurt, if you get like very hurt, it only works once per day, I guess. Once per rest. But if a single one of you gets close to the edge, it'll bring you back, just barely. It'll only do 1 person per day, but
My
It'll help.
campaign, you're gonna need it.
so it's basically a second chance for 1 person per long rest.
Wow, that's amazing.
Were new like free books added? Because I'm seeing new stuff. Like I was looking through the wild shape options, and there was animals that weren't there before, and now I'm seeing feats that I've never seen before.
Acquisitions Incorporated was added as a new book that's free.
Like
Cool.
Chef, was Chef ever a feat?
That is a Tasha's thing.
Oh.
It's there's too many options.
I don't remember
Yeah,
it being
it's
there,
right.
so I'm like,
You gotta
Chef
wait.
seems
You gotta
new.
wait to decide on everything.
How am I supposed? I have to. Go to
You see
strategy
Iki
after
Iki as like his wounds are slowly healing, and he's just chilling out. He's just like, I need a new robe. And then all of a sudden you see a white little ferret appear, like just walk out from behind him onto his shoulder. He's like, about time. There you are, sunshine. Oh, I'm nothing without my sunshine. It begins nestling up against him. Dessa is basically shell shocked, and Tara just is having a role reversal with her right now. The other Valkyrie is like where are we? And Brian looks out and she's like, "We're nowhere where I think," as they're looking out the windows of this area as they're like breaking windows into it because there wouldn't be windows for the vampire stuff. And they go out onto the balcony and you just see this is an island completely surrounded. He's at a very, very tall tower and you can see the curvation of this island laid out all in front and then onto another side. You see Talia then, as she's done consoling Millie at the moment, as Faith takes back over, she goes and looks outside. She's like, "That's what I thought. Tracking you all down was a task, but thankfully my arcane abilities are still exceptional. I believe this is Serpent's Chase, so we're pretty far south."
Oh shit!
Brian,
Is that one of those warm places you mentioned?
very warm here. It's
That's
very
right
tropical.
outside Dawn Call.
Mhm.
Where
Yeah.
was that?
Bottom left.
Literally go
In
as
the
far
ocean.
south. Yeah.
No, I'm looking at my notes.
Oh.
No, because I told that cool vampire warm places to go.
Yeah,
Was
Yeah.
that one of them?
Yeah.
yeah.
No, we might find him.
That'd be hilarious as he's rowing his shit here. Oh, fuck. This
Wait,
was-
what? Why? It's like, oh, you can go here. The fucking
Oh, this shit here.
altar of shadows is there
Yeah,
too.
He fucking knew. He knew.
Oh shit.
What was the place called?
Serpent's Chase.
Chase.
It looks like
Serpent's
serpents in the
Chase.
bottom left-hand corner of the Dawn Call map.
We are
Directly
Alright.
south of Pearl Depth.
serpents.
Okay.
It's in the ocean. It's not on land.
Yeah, it's like
Where-
a squiggly island right outside of Dawn Call.
We're on an island.
Here we go. Here
That's
we
so
go.
fun.
Uh,
Yeah.
Anfirth, you feel the crushing emptiness of finally finding a snow elf and immediately it getting obliterated.
Yep.
I just got 3 Eldritch Invocations.
Spells.
Let's go.
There's so
I
many
have to.
spells.
Okay.
I have.
Is there any, I'm
how
going to
many
stop the
options.
recording. Is there anything else
Yeah,
you guys
there's-
want to do?
I don't.
Yes.
There's nothing
Anybody else you want to
play
talk
it.
to?
I just want to do.
We can
level
save
up
it for
stuff,
next
so.
week. If
Yeah.
Just doing level up
I can
stuff
actually
now.
I can grab you during the week. Actually, it doesn't.
I mean,
need
we
to
can
be
do it
for
now
everyone else.
too. I have nowhere to go.
No, in character. It needs to be private.
Okay, fine by me.
Mhm.
All right, so we will stop the recording for this week, and we will come back next week at Serpent's Chase with this group to get the fallout of what has happened in the 3 months since you've been gone, to see what the plans are going forward, what everyone's been up to with the fall of Altar's Shadows. What does this mean, and what are the current issues affecting the world? You could have went to Aquarius and had a fucking basic bitch dungeon crawl. Instead, you went to Mirror World and we're like, we want the high level dungeon crawl.
but Mirror World.
Did not intentionally go to Mirror World.
We played on expert mode.
Mhm.
It's like when you go in Elden Ring and go into the Crimson Wastes immediately. I think I'll fight there
Caelid.
first. Caleb, there you go.
You ride into Caled.
This looks right. All right, stop the recording.